is the character from Fire Emblem that my guy is currently visualized as.
Yep.
It's that guy. In chibi form.
Oh god, Zach, you're fucking...
What?
Your fucking picture.
Yeah, he's an adorable little puppy. Just imagine. Now just imagine, Nate. You put 2 bear traps on his leg.
Yeah, you did, you fucking monster.
Now you feel worse.
We put 2 bear traps on these legs.
Whoa, don't look over there, Joe. You gotta look at the portrait.
I don't need to look at the portrait. They're not on.
Oh, that's racist.
Yeah. Look, I'm not going to judge you by your portrait, Zach. I'm going to judge you by your character. Anything else?
Portrait.
Racist.
Quite a profound statement.
Ouch.
Going to
That's
judge
not
you
my
by
race.
your character. I mean, what? Do you mean like my character or my character?
Or my skin.
Yeah. My skin.
Judge you by your... Khajiit does not judge you by your fur.
Meanwhile, everyone else is all cute and stuff. Nate's all like, Sword Art Online. And I'm like, look, a snake in a bowler hat.
Oh, is my things...
It's still Sword Art Online.
I've literally never changed it. I've never even thought about changing it.
It's alright, Nate. Every time I've recorded it, that's what people see as the DM. A guy who really likes Sword Art Online.
So, apparently, fun fact, they're making a Sword Art VR.
Yep.
Yep.
It's getting,
Yep,
what is it, beta next month?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In
I
the
like
in-
seeing the people saying, so there's a anime about the dangers of the virtual world and how you can be trapped in it. So they
Pussies.
thought, this is a good idea, let's do this.
Pussies. Totally.
Nate, I can tell you,
Nate.
I would go for it if a VR set wasn't over $500.
You,
No, Nate,
you,
the thing
you,
is they
you
modeled
actually
it
can.
after the anime that said this is a bad idea. That's the point I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Zach-
you
well-
guys, I think this is a bad idea.
well-
Let's do it anyway.
Well, Zach, first off, Zach, you can't do it because you need to live in Japan. That's a requirement.
Oh yeah, that's right, the beta.
Yep.
That's right, the first 10,000 who sign up.
But this, when it comes out in North America, like 7 years from now, that's my estimate, when it's all finished.
Nigga, you wrong. We don't even have Phantasy Star Online 2 yet.
7 years, alright? I'm saying 5 years, it's going to be out in Japan. 7 years, it'll be out over here. But
I gotta go with Zach. We don't even have Fantasy Star Online 2 yet.
You need Phantasy Star Online 2.
don't we have a Phantasy Star Online?
Yeah, the old one, the Phantasy Star Online in general. I want 2.
Yeah.
the
you
Briar
can-
Bush get bigger?
What's
No,
up?
spindle. Hey,
Also, I think Nate's calling them pussies because Nate wants to be trapped.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Nate!
um,
That is some hardcore escapism. You need to go talk to somebody.
Nate, I think you need to go get a job like right now. Just stop doing this
No,
and just go
gotta-
out and
I
find a
want to
job.
trap more.
Then again, I did explain that I'm perfectly alright with going to Mars and never coming back. But that's because of philosophical, existential reasons.
See, I'm with Nate. I think that'd be fun until you die, and then you're just dead.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't die. Get good.
Yeah, everything's
No,
fun
no, until you
Fish all
die because you're dead. Because your body needs stuff to survive.
Hey, they were all put on life support.
Yeah.
Yeah, at their family's expenses. They don't mention that fucking part. Piece of shit.
Actually, they do mention it in the second season. Government footed the bill.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, America's gonna foot that bill, Nate.
Taxpayers-
Hold on.
taxpayers
America's
expense.
gonna foot
Fuck
that
you,
bill. America's gonna say, oh, all these fucking gamers that are trapped in this game, well, I guess we better put them all on life support indefinitely. Yeah, Nate,
Or, you know,
we clearly
if-
don't live in the same America.
Let's consider the fact that then Trump becomes president. Then let's consider the fact that,
Oh
this is a
my
good way to
god.
make money.
He is not gonna support fucking millennials stuck in a game. No fucking way.
Why didn't
But
they
those
work
millennials are also veterans. you
They
must.
were emigrating to a virtual world. They can emigrate there if they want.
Goddamn immigrants.
I'm
Now, I'm not saying that they, they did a bad thing. I assume that some of them had good reasons to come. Some of them, I assume.
God, shut the fuck up, Joe. I prefer Log Horizons trapped because they're not trapped in a game. They're trapped in a world like the game. I like that more.
So hey, I only got so much time before work,
Yep.
so should do stuff.
I'm good. I think we were sleeping, so we're waking up.
That was.
If it goes out before everyone else wakes up, like everyone, I'm gonna go check out what's in the house.
Oh, the fire, yeah.
Okay.
Whoa,
See,
what
fuck
if
yeah,
what if it doesn't go out before I wake up, Stefanos?
Ooh, I said everyone. Fuck you.
Alright. Just double checking.
I
Doing
It
your
would,
ring time explosion.
Okay, sorry, go on, Zach.
No, Zach just said I.
was just saying
Oh. Okay. Well, it would still be burning by the time Chris woke up. And it would take another...
I woke up, stretches!
Take another, it would take probably another...
Off to find food!
Jesus.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay. Where did I cut out?
It would take another.
Yep.
Oh, damn. Alright. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
It would take another 4 hours to, 4 or 5 hours for that to go out.
So 1 to 2 hours before everyone else gets up. All my resting is technically done because I started a few hours earlier. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. Well, before that, you two would notice, little, smaller animals like foxes and small, predators making their way over to these corpses. And,
Okay,
and as they would make their way over, they'd kind of sniff them, and then they'd decide, that there's other shit to go find.
But hey, that should give me a +1 to my survival. Actually, that won't matter. Anyways, there's my survival to get food.
Okay. About the time midnight would be rolling around, so a little bit while that's still burning. You two would be witness to her body bursting into flames and seeming to like melt down into the earth as the earth just seems to open up to swallow the corpse.
I did this.
I'm gonna go
You-
and look at that. Like, look at.
You did this,
stare
Zach?
down the hole.
I did this.
I did this.
No, I. No, fuck you.
Anyway, you're going over to check it out, Smalls?
I'm going to check it out.
Okay. You would just see her kind of slowly descending into the earth as it just seems to be just parting underneath her so as to, like, sink down and consume. As it does, the earth just seems to crawl over as there is a faint, fiery glow from beneath. Almost as if there's, like, magma far beneath her, illuminating it as it envelops. And you get a very sickening feeling as you approach.
And Zach, do you do parties too?
Well, not sickening, more a very terrifying feeling. Just a very cold dread just seemed to seep into you
That's
as she is enveloped by the earth. As she does so, the grass and shit where she was laying is charred and scorched, and it is left in now a very barren spot where the grass no longer grows there.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go back and wait for the actual fire to go out.
If only Jesus was here.
Jesus is
Okay. Yeah. About 4 hours later, fire would go out. No, more like 3 hours later, fire would go out. So what do you do?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and look inside. Is the shed even there anymore?
The walls of it are.
I'm gonna go look inside. I'm not gonna step in yet because I don't want it to collapse.
You should kick the
flower
walls
pot
down.
falls on you.
Well, I mean, the roof and shit is already gone. The walls are still
Oh,
standing.
I gotcha. I'm gonna look in it.
It's steaming and smoking as the smoldering remains are getting cooler by the moment.
Anything of
everything in
note, or
here.
is it just charred
Chef?
wood? Oh, damn. Oh, Raven, you've always got my back.
Nope, just seems like pretty much charred. Everything in here appears to be toast.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go back and sit down for the rest of the time and finish my spells up.
Okay.
You any kung fu moves, Chris?
I'm hopping around this cool tree. Great place to exercise. In a tree. Hoo. Ha. Hoo.
Ugh.
Ha.
Anybody wakes up, it's their problem. They should have been sleeping harder.
Yep.
Anyway, as the rest of the time would pass, the sun would begin to rise, giving everything that early morning tinge, and Zach and Joe would awaken.
Ah. Awaken.
Awaken.
There is food like yesterday. Not as much as last time, but there's food there for people.
If there's logs on the ground, I'll make a fire and spark it up.
I'm gonna eat some of that dead food.
Will pray for spells.
Damn, Joe. Don't get too rambunctious.
We asked you for our daily spells.
That reminds me, I found a
Grace.
forum where someone was talking about his, self-professed creative way of doing divine spells. I think it's dumb as shit. Sounds interesting for the first 2 seconds of it. Where he's like, divine spells are gained through prayer, right?
Right.
So instead of preparing the spells ahead of time, effectively,
You give him
whenever you
spells?
need them, whenever you need your spells, you pray. Please,
not
dear
one.
God, give me my spells. Roll, and then you roll a charisma check to see if God grants you the spell.
No. Go the fuck home.
You got
I mean-
good charisma though.
I mean, it could be kind of cool because then you can be like the wizard in the I have prepared exactly what we need. But also, it's less in combat.
I still think it's something that he came up with, Nate. You stressed the self-professed created. Do you not think that he made these himself?
Huh? No, he self-professed creative. He called it creative. This super creative way to do it. It's like really, it's like look at this masterpiece that I have created. It's like really.
It's also creative if you eat cereal while taking a shit.
It's not.
It is to me.
Okay, then maybe that's way of spells
What
is
is
crazy.
that?
Oh, you're using face rig. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get face rig to work.
What the fuck?
Are you just like sharing your screen?
It's
Nope.
it's staring into my soul.
Then how is this getting the screen?
I'm gonna. I could try and get face rig to work.
Anyway, all right. Limited time.
Work on now.
Mhm.
Anyways, yeah, time.
Yep.
Well, prepare spells, eat food.
Spares.
I
Yeah.
would ask you, Stefanos, if you could give another go at figuring out what's going on in Tabard Land.
All my dice rolls are gone.
Yep.
I was waiting for the cat's mouth to start moving when he was talking. I was like, does it follow words? Not like that. It looks like he has Down syndrome now.
And I also would have
It
pulled out
does, but the cat model is much different than the human model, so it doesn't follow things as well.
Mm-hmm.
And his jaw gets kind of unhinged sometimes. Weird. Like,
Is that using identify again?
yeah.
Damn.
Okay. A second.
Can you just use identify for free, or?
No, it costs one of my spells, and I used one this morning, and now I use another. I used 2 of my 6.
Damn it, NVIDIA, I know you're updating. Stop jumping ahead of everything I'm doing.
You used one this morning? I thought you used it yesterday.
No, I didn't have it prepared yesterday, so I couldn't have.
Oh, I just remember using Identify the other day, so...
Yeah, I used it after resting because I did it before everyone got up. Because I started earlier.
Okay. Stefanos. You would know that, along with the good aura amplification, which grants a character good aura equal to their level. For every paladin level they possess, it doubles it. So each paladin level counts as 2 paladin levels. And you would also be able to... Okay, sorry. My screen went dark because NVIDIA's like, I need to update your shit. Okay. You would know that the tabard is nearly indestructible. The thing will not cut, tear, or burn or scorch. And it also reduces breath weapon attacks by half.
I'm gonna go fight me some fucking dragons.
Before any rolls are done, it reduces it by half, whatever the breath weapon is.
But if
You
it's
can tell that
3d6.
you can tell that there's more magic woven in there, but it is so dormant that you cannot determine it. It is, and you're not entirely sure as to what impetus would awaken it.
You can believe in dragons. You can fuck dragons.
Nope. I also pull out a ring and ask you to look if that's magic too, Stefanos.
I would
Tell
explain.
Me berries I'm eating are magical.
I'm not even going to look at that. I can just say no.
I'm not saying that for real. I'm just
I
saying
don't
that.
care.
The answer is still no.
They take me to a magical place. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the ring does. You remember, Joe?
Yeah, I remember. Ring of Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's the beam of light with charisma.
Yep.
The ring of Paladin and the tabard of Paladin.
It's alright. Nate will have plenty of loot for the rest of us.
Well, everyone else was died or indisposed. Go away.
Zach wasn't dead.
For
He
what?
got gold.
I didn't get a
Zach
lot
was
of gold.
in the room with you.
He was
I also
in the
had
fucking
swords.
room.
Wait, hold on.
Look,
What?
Zach could use the Jesus ring too.
Zach, are you still carrying my body?
we
No,
buried
we
that.
buried you.
We
Okay.
buried you a while ago.
Dude, I forgot. But you guys still got my sword?
Oh, that's with you too.
No.
Oh, is
Joe
it?
was like, we can't take his sword. I was
Okay.
like,
Just making sure. Just
Yeah,
double
because
check.
you wanted to try and use it as a weapon. No, you don't. You
It
don't-
is a weapon.
You can't use it as a weapon. You
It is a weapon.
can't.
It is a weapon.
He can try.
No, he can't.
By raw, he cannot. Nate would let him, I imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe at like a
By
minus
sheer
fucking
force of power.
goddamn 6 or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
-6, yeah.
And,
Okay.
and yeah.
Oh, you got a Jesus ring.
I'm gonna
Be evil and be near me.
I got 2 swords, so that could just...
Wait, doesn't it just deal damage to people around you?
Evil people.
Oh,
Evil.
okay. Good thing I'm not evil.
Yep. Evil targets take 2d6 holy damage, will save 20 for half, and the space within the
That's a
radius
huge fucking will save.
and the space within counts as under the effects of daylight. So creatures that have daylight vulnerability would suffer inside its radius.
Does it also light it up like daylight?
Yes.
Like just that area or light?
You would be lit up as if per the daylight spell.
Okay, so then it would go. So then it would effectively go beyond
Yes.
that. Then cool.
Yep.
Joe, you can become a beacon of hope for like 6 people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
You'd also get leadership and
Doing
get
spells
cohorts, so
and
they
eat
can
some
be like, look at
food, loaded
Jesus go
stuff. So we should head back to the village then.
That's where we're going.
You know, while we're getting up, I would say to you, Joe, that I'm still a little bit stiff, if you could spare.
Damn it! He stood next to me and asked if I could heal him.
I mean, you're just assuming he's standing next to you. Maybe your pace is faster. Maybe you're flying right now. You're just assuming he's standing next to you.
Couldn't you do something about all this blood in my ears?
Heal. There you go, Zach.
Thank you.
You get both of those.
I'll give you a
need
smile
heal?
and a thank.
Oh man, a whole thank. Jesus,
Hey.
Zach.
Most paladins don't get thanks, alright? Yeah, I'm gonna say they don't.
I will
yeah.
look to you too, Chris.
I would look at you
Oh,
and tilt my head.
What
Say-
you want, son?
so your wounds.
I'd look at my butt and say, I don't think I have any more.
Sounds like he doesn't have any more. Let's go.
There you go.
I still have enough to raise the dead.
Oh my god, that's right. This is the thing with the fox.
Anyway. Wait, what's the thing with the fox?
Nothing. Keep going. When I
Okay.
when I first got face rig Stefanos, would not work. That was way back in the day.
I know I tried it before with my other webcam I had, and it would not recognize it.
Yeah,
Wouldn't do it.
exactly. But so maybe it's better now.
I don't know. Maybe.
Anyway, as you would, you guys would be heading off. First day of travel would go without incident. Everything has a nice, peaceful keel to it.
Well, that means the village is under attack or it's already been destroyed.
I like that those are your go-tos.
You sure he's not just Chris and just reads your fucking mind? Like with
Well,
the,
no, because those weren't my exact thoughts. So,
Yeah,
No.
I don't think the village is under attack myself. So
Not yet.
anyway, as
Oh, that's the fucking deep session. Gotcha.
it's good, Stefanos. It's good, Stefanos. Appreciate that.
Just the
Yeah.
face it makes, it's like, yeah!
Come on, recognize.
anyway, so are you controlling that, or is it moving?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
that's
me.
it. That's his head moving.
Yeah, it's tracking me.
Oh, nice. That's fantastic.
That's fucking creepy with a smile. Stop smiling, goddamn.
Anyway, as anyway, as you first day would pass. I don't know how in what order you guys would.
I gotta keep watch.
Okay, so you're just gonna do that.
Yep, keep watch. 3
Okay.
out of 6 left. 6 out of 6 left.
Wait, so the next day's done already?
No danger.
And I'm gonna start modifying my backpack with craft wondrous item.
So Joe, before going to sleep, if you're not going to use any more of those,
Oh my god, Zach.
Magic,
Are you-
magic,
Zach,
magic.
are you really still hurt?
I am still hurt.
There you
I
go.
was, I was dead, technically.
There you go,
Well,
Zach. Have
obvious.
another 28 health.
Well, no, you were dieharding it up.
I was dieharding it up, but I would have been dead after that.
I can no longer bring back the dead. If someone dies now, it's your fault.
If someone dies, give me like an hour and I'll be good.
Why'd you give me
Right.
3?
Because I don't know how much you need.
You're just like, you fucking still hurt? No. Fucking Jesus, you're good.
I would have stopped you after the second one.
Doesn't matter. I already rolled it.
Oh god, no, not plus 50. Holy shit.
Oh, Joe, I was looking at the Paladin favorite class bonuses.
Mhm.
Tieflings get +1 health per or +1 health per level healed with lay on hands on the
I
Paladin.
know. I've seen that. I've seen
Crazy.
Joe,
That. If
I
I
would
didn't
ask
want
you.
wings, I would have done that.
Get that and Fey Foundling and just you're good.
Joe, I would ask you if you would want some sort of compensation for that. For the favorable acts. Not in the
Not in my
non-paladin
pants.
sense.
Just wave my hand and say, "The Lord gives me strength to heal others." Leave it at that.
Okay, next day of travel is done, or is underwent.
So you're just using the demo for that, Stefanos?
No, I got it.
Oh,
How much is it?
Like 10
$15.
bucks. 15.
That's not much.
No,
Ah, I can't get it to work on Skype.
You sure?
it's 15. Yeah. What you do is Skype. You hit the call quality info.
Yep.
Change your camera to the face rig one, and in face rig you have to click the toggle broadcast button.
Well, I'm halfway there.
Well, anyways,
Wait.
yeah, how's our adventure? So, we need to play mouse guard with this, by the way.
Oh, the face rig.
Yeah. That's good, Stefanos.
God damn it.
Yes. Fuck you, Stefanos. Chris wins. That's adorable.
No, fuck you.
Oh my god. He's like, yeah, I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog. Okay, how's our day going, Nate? How's our day going?
I'm distracted by the good dog.
He
I-
has
I-
such a seductive look.
The
did
Skype
you,
game
Joe?
has
I
changed.
just want to pet him. I just want to.
Oh god, you're the dragon, Stefanos.
God, that's terrifying.
Anyway,
Yeah, it is.
Do you have to like pay for each one of these?
No.
Second day of travel would go also without incident. You would see a couple people on the road if you would want to do anything with them. If not, they would pass by with just kind of a. They would kind of give you guys a look in the regards of like, you know, you guys are armed individuals, so it's kind of like.
I would give them all the most friendliest nod.
I would just give them a smile and a nod. And Chris, yours is fucking creepy now. You're not actually at a tea party, you son of a bitch.
Okay. Well,
Khajiit knows your wares.
anyway, as the as that day would more and more people would come into view toward the end of that day, as you were getting back closer to that village.
You
Nice.
want creepy, Zach?
Is that from Rapunzel?
It's Cupid.
Hey, buddy.
Anyway,
Don't like when he looks down.
you would find a nice place to rest. Would you continue Would you be rolling for food each night, Chris?
Yep, I'd be taking a 10.
I'd
Okay.
assist you in this.
So
Not asleep.
that would give me, what is it, like 10 is good for 1, 12 is 2.
Yeah.
14,
Every
yeah.
2 past 10 is another one.
Yeah, so
What the fuck is this?
yeah, we'd be good. We'd be good if me and Zach both take 10s.
Okay.
Just watching.
Joe, why don't you have this?
I'm just watching the slug lay out his plans.
Oh my god, I've got a sword and a crystal. I'm ready for an adventure.
That was better because the mouth was fucking moving during that.
Yeah, they track. Seriously.
Yeah, they're all tracking his
Yeah.
mouth. Like Chris
I'm
would say.
I'm
Just the
watching it
cat one
track.
doesn't really have much mouth movements.
Anyway, but yeah, as you would,
Father's funny, Jeff.
as that's kind of creepy actually.
Oh, creepy. What about this one?
As the
There you go, Joe.
Khajiit offer loving for a
No,
price.
no, that is not a Khajiit. No,
Chris's
no.
slug is looking right over it. It's going like, no.
That is anti-Khajiit.
That is a furry. It's like.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Anyways.
Anyway, yep.
Santa Claus.
About midday that day, you would make it back at the village.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And I got a Haver sack.
Well, if
You,
you're- if
apparently,
you-
you have two, by the looks of it, Stefanos.
Two? What?
He's talking about your tits.
Over the shoulder. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I fucking love this software. I need it in a webcam now.
Well, going to the village and everything look all right. How are people doing?
You see people kind of going about their business. Several of the people who are out doing work in the fields kind of look up and they smile and wave at you guys as they see you.
And my goal is to go straight through the village to someone who's supposed to be working for Cobra Commander to the Lord's Manor.
Okay. Yep.
Oh,
He did say following straight through from the other side. It was a couple hours outside the village.
Well, we do. This is the only reason we're here, so. I've not found anybody to kill yet.
Okay. Well, as you guys would be making your way, you'd be able to kind of pass through a couple hours of walking, and you would find yourself. Well, you would see it long before you'd reach it, as you would see a rather nice manor in the distance.
Ooh,
It is very nice.
this dude. I like it.
And give me a second.
I would say as we're walking up to it, just quite the lavish lifestyle. Not condescendingly.
Again, I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go through Eye of Needle than for a rich person to enter Kingdom of God. Good thing this not man of God.
There you go. Second.
God, I have no carry weight.
I have carry weight.
Yes, with me.
Zach can
Samurai cat.
carry as a weight.
I was waiting for some sort of thing in there.
Oh, did you guys take my masterwork backpack?
Yeah,
I believe that's got all the gold and stuff in it.
Okay.
that's what's got my share and
Zach
shit in it.
broke that one.
Yeah, that's that thing will help you out with carrying shit. So.
I won. Actually, that'd help.
Mhm.
Well, it won't help me anymore. I got a haversack, but
Yeah.
actually, it technically would, because rules.
Carrying
You
the
have to use it.
haversack.
Huh?
I just
Well,
remembered I had the evil gem
Yes,
on me.
by raw you don't have to use it, but you could just wear it. But
Yeah, and put the haversack in.
but fuck you.
Yeah, no, I
Use,
turned my backpack into the haversack. There we
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, the haversack has two side pockets and a big pocket. It's pretty much a backpack.
That is extrapolating that you can even make a masterwork backpack into a haversack.
I mean, you can make a haversack out of fucking gold, so.
Well, yeah, you make a haversack out of the materials
Extrapolating.
you find.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one could just say, well, one of the materials you combined was a backpack. That is extrapolating, but it
Yes.
makes sense. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah. No, it makes
you don't
sense.
you don't have a masterwork haversack. You just have a handy haversack.
Yeah. By
So,
raw,
nobody else going in? I'm going. I'm
I'm
Oh, yeah,
walking
I'm
right
going
up,
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on a second.
but Nate's doing a thing.
He's got stuff.
Yeah.
He's rolling to see if people died because I forgot to destroy the gems with my great Hamaru.
Let me see if I
okay, I
can.
got one in my
Oh,
pocket.
that's why I'm overweight. Fucking money.
Let me
There
see.
we go.
Let me see if I can
Us.
roll my eyes at my body.
Oh my god, I'm carrying 9
You can.
pounds up from like 25. It's so much better.
Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh! Yeah, the face tracking software is really bad with my eyes because it always thinks they're closed.
You can use the calibrate thing to make that a little better, but
Yeah.
actually that one
I don't
has like
know.
really good mouth detection, it seems.
Yeah, it really does.
I want to be a slug
Which
buddy.
one are you? A or what's the
A.
difference between A and R?
I don't know. A is better. I know that much.
R says retargeted, So, yeah, he works better over it.
Oh man, we should both be slugs, Stefanos.
We are.
Both are
Chris.
slugs.
We are.
Friend.
I'm so
Friend.
It's not a terrible Disney movie.
Anyway, alright. As you would get close, and you'd see plenty of groundskeepers kind of tending to the bushes and the like. You would also, as you'd approach, you would see kind of soldiers guardsmen doing perimeter sweeps. A group of 4 of them would approach you guys as you make your way up.
I'd give a wave. Even a nod.
It's like, wow.
They'd kind of look you guys over as the one motions for the other 3 to kind of hold back for a moment. As he approaches, he asks, he says, "Fair day, gentlemen." He says, "Have you business with my lord?"
I'd nod and I'd say your lord commissioned us to deal with the Doulahan that attacked the village. They've been dealt with.
Contracted?
Contracted.
Yeah.
Contracted, yeah.
Yeah, he said conditioned us, so,
Yeah, my
I was
bad.
like, oh god!
Good job, Chris. Good catch.
He conditioned us. What else?
I'm
did he
glad
condition
everyone
us
else
to?
knows words better than I do.
Anyway, I thought he said contracted. I thought he put the enunciation in the wrong spot.
He
Oh
did.
no, he said conditioned.
Oh,
Really? I thought he said.
I heard
I was
conditioned.
not paying attention enough.
I heard contracted like disease. He contracted us.
Yeah, I think that's more what I did.
I got the
Anyway.
idea.
His calibration's
He'd
off.
he'd nod and he'd say, he says, "Follow me then." He says, "I believe the Lord is in the back gardens."
Follow the
No,
back
follow me.
gardens.
Okay. He would
Chris,
lead
you're
you
just
out.
like, this is all nice. Who are these people? Yeah, kind of like that. This is a nice place. You might be making me want to get a webcam just for fucking face rig.
I found the best face.
It's good. It's good. Anyway,
Stefanos has looked like it's trying to seduce.
I can see that.
Ooh, D. Okay. Look,
Well,
we're trying
as you'd
to
be
fly.
led around to the back gardens, you would see the Lord and his son actually conversing in the back gardens.
I will not interrupt them. I will hold back until the conversation is finished.
Well, he would see you guys as off to the side, and he'd wave off the young man, who would turn and depart. Though he would pause for a moment and give you guys a bow.
Give him a bow in return.
Return of the nod.
Say good day to you, sire.
He would say, "A fair day to you," and he would walk past. He would say, he would turn to his father before that, and he says, "I'll begin the preparations then, father." And he would start walking off. The Lord would then turn, and he'd motion you guys forward.
Motion forward.
Approach.
He'd look to you guys, and he would say, he would look you over, pausing. He would linger for but a moment on Chris.
As he's just looking around. This is nice.
Yep. I just smile and wave at him.
I was over here being the still cat.
only got a frown.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Ow. Apparently my 3D dice
Did
don't
it.
work. Anyway, okay. He would give you a look. He would give you guys a look over, and as I said, pausing on Chris, he would just kind of nod, and he'd look and he'd say, "The fiends have been dealt with, then."
I'd
Maybe
nod. I'd say all are destroyed.
He'd say, "Good. This is follow me." And he would turn and start walking.
Following.
Oh, the golden exclamation mark.
So, Joe, do you think I'll need the spell to prevent the side effects of the river Styx anytime soon?
Yes.
I'd keep that one on deck.
Prevent the side effects of the river Styx.
Yeah, in case he wants to cross the river Styx, yo.
Protection from river Styx. Charon's dispensation. Target spell gains immunity to the harmful effects of touching or drinking from the river Styx, including its poison, memory stealing, and soul leeching powers.
Interesting. Well, anyway,
If
Lord
that
would,
ever comes up.
Lord would walk through the back gardens, leading you guys into the manor. As he would do so, you would see a steward and two butlers kind of make their way up to the Lord. As he would motion for them, he would say, fetch their rewards and make them ready. As you wish, sir. And they would depart.
I'd say ready. Ready for what? Sorry, I'd say ready? What are we being ready for?
He would kind of look back at you. He would glance at you for maybe half a second, and then he would start walking again.
I'd say, what are we being ready for? Is the reward? I'd look to you guys. Do we need to be ready for the reward?
I'll give you a pat on the shoulder and just
Yep, we got
nod
it,
my
Zach.
head to follow.
What did you say, Joe?
No, Zach's got it.
Yep.
Under control.
He would lead you
Everything
into
with
a.
shoulders.
He would lead you guys into a large room with a long table with many chairs, and he would you would see food already set out, with servants standing kind of off to the sides, with pitchers of liquid, and he would motion for you to sit as he would take his place at the head of the table.
I will just take my place at whatever free chair.
Trying to fatten us up.
He wants to
It's
be
gonna
yes.
work.
He would motion for you, and he'd say, "This is eat what you wish." He says, "You've earned more than this."
I would not hesitate digging in. Give him a thank you and dig in.
Oh.
All right. As you would begin doing so, Zach,
Yes.
he would turn toward Chris and say, "You were not among their number when they departed." He'd say, "I would know your name."
Slugma. The name is Slugma.
I would swallow whatever food I got, wipe off my hands, and start counting on my fingers. I'd say you can call me 7.
I'm gonna look at you.
I'm just gonna look kind of confused, like, wait.
I won't say anything to it. I'll just be like, okay.
He would just say, he says, "A lucky number."
I'd point at him. Not agree. He's right.
As he would,
Clearly.
and he would say, he would look to the, to you guys, Joe, Stefanos, and Zach, and he would say, "And your other, and the companion with the overly large weapon."
I'd say he fell in battle.
He would close his eyes for but a moment and nod. He would say, he'd turn his attention back to you, Chris, and he would say,
I'm not as good at killing dragons. I'm sorry.
"Were you party to the destruction of the fiends?"
I'd nod. Say half, I think.
Oh god, your eyes just stuck together, Chris. That was terrifying.
Ah!
He'd say, "Reward was prepared for 4, and for 4 it shall be delivered." He'd lean back, and he'd say, "Curious thing." He'd motion for one of the servants that's standing behind him to approach, where she has she's essentially got one of those silver trays with the dome top on it.
Yes.
When she comes over, she opens it up, and inside you see a letter. He proceeds to take it off.
Not for me. Nope.
Huh?
Nope, not for me. Nope.
Opens it up, and he says, "A curious occurrence happened after your departure." Or he says, happened yesterday morning. He'd motion to the paper, and he'd say, "A curious visitor by way of Camelot arrived, and told me to deliver this unto the 4 men who would be arriving today." And he would kind of, as he unfolds the one, you can see that there are 2 pieces of paper inside. He'd hand. Which one of you would have sat down closest to him?
I have no idea.
You say would or wouldn't have,
I
Joe?
just said whatever I can see, so if you want to roll something, I don't care.
Yeah, it's up to you, Nate.
We all sat on the other side of the table.
I think Joe's the only one who said he sat close.
Okay. Within arm's reach, or that's just
Probably
like
pretty
personal.
close to the bound's reach, yeah.
Okay.
We're making words.
Pretty much the only thing that changes is whether or not he's going to lean to hand you it, or whether he's going to hand it to a servant and they're going to walk it to you.
Okay.
See what see what
He gets the hand to me.
Okay. Well, as he'd hand the first piece of paper to you, he still has a hold of the second. He would motion for you to read it.
I will read it.
Gobble gobble!
Turkey born.
Well, as you would read it, it is a handwritten note, it is a handwritten note on the inside claiming saying that this is to be handed over to the individuals by individuals, and then it lists each of your descriptions, and would say that the aforementioned individuals are to be given the other piece of paper positioned within. The other piece of paper being a land deed.
Ooh.
Sounds like Kingmaker and Camelot, guys.
That's what it is.
Appropriated
Just the king.
appropriated land to the on the outskirts of Camelot. Essentially a small castle, and it is essentially it is to be given to you, your number, and with the request that you come to Camelot to essentially claim it. The land is basically in all of your names, and that you are eagerly awaited. The letter is brief, and at the bottom there is a noble seal.
I recognize this
Placed
seal.
in wax. Knowledge nobility.
No, I didn't recognize it immediately, so I'm out.
Chris, does it recognize kissy faces?
I mean,
Nope.
still DC, what, 15, something like that?
Yeah. No, I didn't recognize
Oh.
it immediately, so it's it's not that relevant to me.
I'm gonna do knowledge ability. What's that?
Wait, can you
Actually,
see
hold
it
on.
yet?
Let me see what that DC is quick, because it might be immediately noticeable.
Which begs the question: would you have even sat at the table?
Oh shit! 10 current rulers and symbols.
No,
Okay.
no, Stefanos. Because I think the Lord's
Okay.
only seen him as a cat. Just a cat.
Oh
Only
no,
cat.
no. He turned.
No, I hopped out
Okay.
last time.
Yeah, sorry, actually, both of you would recognize it as the symbol, the seal to the House Pendragon.
Ah.
Chris knows what's up.
Stefanos,
And as-
we're gonna get our own kitty house.
Yes! Is there gonna be catnip?
Anyway, that's what you would. That's what you would recognize.
Okay.
After that, he would proceed to hand you the second piece of paper, and upon seeing it, you would clearly see that it is a land deed. For give me a second.
Wait, there's props?
Yeah, they're all right. A lot of them don't make sense with how you what your motto is.
Damn it, I can't get them to work. Wait, attach.
Anyway, it is the
Where's my cigarette?
Oh my god.
sorry, it is the appropriated land to a small Bailey castle and the 100 acres of land surrounding it.
That's a lot of land.
Wait, I've got an idea, Chris. Got an idea.
Well,
So far, Joe's the only one who's seen it.
There we go.
Or,
Dude, go with
sorry.
my new land.
sorry, 10 acres of land surrounding it. My bad.
Ah,
still good.
I am Samurai Cat. I will protect King Cat's
I got a
land.
cigar in my head.
God damn it, Stefanos.
Well, I'd look to him and say, seems rather strange. And I would pass the deed and note to Zach, who I think is the closest to me.
Most likely. I'll give it a read over. I have to agree with him. Just giving over land to people not even met. I mean, it's not like we did them any favor.
Shit, I had it.
Groovy.
There you go, I got my cigar. I'd say land, because you're the first to read it out loud, right, Zach?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'd wave my hand. I'd wave my hand and let me see it.
I'd go and put it down your way, I guess, because I've already read it over. There you go. Have at it.
Let's see, man. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got my cigar. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go, suppose. See, boss.
It's very small. dog.
Anyway,
It's very
moving on.
dangerous.
Yep. I'd say that, I'd just kind of slap the table. I'd say, we'll take it.
Oh, look to you. So you're very eager to that.
I'd hold it up. I'd say someone's offered a place to live for... Wait. Nate, does it say any...
I'm gonna
Nate-
say, are you gonna say free?
Nate, does it say anything about financial upkeep? Like, how that
It
would...
does not.
Okay.
It just simply says that your party is offered, or is to has been given lordship of this land, and that you are to come to Camelot to claim it.
You
I'm
are
gonna
to
be-
come to Camelot to claim it, or we can come to Camelot to claim it? This wording is important. Are we required to, or do we have the option to? Oh, Joe died.
No, he just.
No, he's.
Oh, he did die.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And Chris, I'm just gonna be like climbing up your chair behind you to get a look
Yeah,
at the
it's
letter.
if you were to claim it, you are to come to Camelot.
Okay, okay.
So, were you gonna continue what you were saying?
Yeah. Yep. But first, Stefanos, when did you turn into a cat?
No, I mean like normally.
You're gonna. Okay. Well,
Because I'm a small character.
I'd say. Well, yeah. Let me wait.
And I'm
until-
also
Are we
still, you
waiting
know,
for Joe to get back?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Joe to get back. What, Zach? You got a
What,
problem with
those
my
breathing?
smoking?
Yeah, I do.
Got a problem with
I'm,
my cigar? Maybe it just hates your mouth, Stefanos.
maybe.
Like-
Maybe your webcam's better at it? Like mine's?
I've got a pretty notable mouth.
I don't know, maybe it's the facial hair.
Oh yeah, cause
Like,
turn
I
on
can
the
see the-
camera. Like turn on.
No, I've got the camera on there. I can see that. It seems to be tracking fine, but
Weird.
yeah.
I know it's got a problem with my eyes. That's all I got. Oh
I usually
damn.
do it pretty well, but if you get it too low, it closes them instead of.
Yeah, let me turn off.
There.
Well, I think I might turn off face rig because I started this call, and now it's saying that there's call quality information. Wait, let me see. Nope.
Let me try a human. Let's see if it recognizes it better there.
Oh god, the humans are gross.
Oh yeah, I am Brunhilde. It's not working. Maybe a little. I don't know, maybe you move more when you talk.
I think I do.
Chris does tend to kind of move. They're very mobile.
Look at that jaw movement I got going on. Watch this.
I wish you would like zoom in when I get close to the camera.
Well, I think I think you can just zoom in your camera anyways.
No, you can, but I just wanted to do it automatically,
Oh.
so it's like
Okay, I can.
I know I can. I've done it before.
Yeah, my webcam's got software.
Whoa.
Whoa, what the fuck are you doing?
Selfies.
Background.
Well, that gave me vertigo.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just zoomed in my webcam a little bit.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Jesus Christ. man.
Strands of locks.
Well, actually means straw.
An overlay image.
Are you ready for the fallout?
Yeah, it's not as good without the cat. Now, I can't complain about this one. I can't say, like, oh no, it's not reading it right. It's a fucking hamburger.
There we go. I've put text up.
Hey, what do you mean?
Captain
Oh,
Kit Kat?
hey, you did. How do you put text up? I can see, like, your whole editor and everything.
Oh wow, you can see all of it. What the fuck?
Yeah, right?
That's so weird. I went over to the advanced UI and shit, I can't move the text now. Add text and overlay editor. Yeah, that shows the
There it
editor.
is.
Weird.
Hey, you can see mine, too.
Let me see if Joe texted me because he just went offline.
That image. Huh.
Did his router just take a shit?
Possible. He hasn't texted me.
Oh, jeez.
Extra cat.
Oh, here are the backgrounds. Just a kitty cat in Cyber City.
I'm here to fight crime.
What's this? Oh, this is live 2D.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't too impressed with a lot of the backgrounds.
Mm. Oh my god, wait. Oh, these ones are animated.
Other hearts.
Oh, you know what, Chris? I didn't have audio-based lip sync on.
I don't think I do.
Well, it's working a lot better now. I mean,
Shit.
look at it.
Yeah, let me try and turn that on. Hey! Hey.
Oh wait, no. I
Having
bet before it was
Ah.
doing just visual lip sync. Audio-based lip sync is saying, "Oh, there's stuff going through the mic. Make it talk."
Oh yeah, but it's really weird now for me. If I turn that
No,
on.
it's actually working for me though. So
Yeah, I gotta turn that off. I'm gonna give Joe a text.
Fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round.
Do they now?
Zach.
They do.
Wait, where's my crown? Much better. Oh my god. If it didn't clip, that'd be adorable.
Yeah.
Can I make it bigger? Yes, actually.
Yeah, you can scale everything up. Fuck, where are the props again?
If you click on the avatar's icon, go to the
Yeah.
props tab.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, I
There
wanted
you
to
go.
make
That's
my
pretty adorable.
wanted to make my
Hitch? Oh, ooh.
yeah.
Okay.
See now. Got a big old stogie.
It's pretty good, right?
Joe says not sure.
So he,
What was the question?
Internet deadified.
okay, so he did disconnect.
It would appear to be the case. Oh my god.
Pokemon Sun and Pokemon
Okay.
Moon trademarked.
That's not where the mic goes.
Yep, with icons. Or was it? No, Chris, that's her.
I gotta attach it to
That's
the.
her.
No, I have to attach it to the camera, but I gotta find it. Prop base? Nope.
You ever seen someone do this?
It's good, Stefanos. Right hand? Nope.
Oh, that's. You can move your screen. Maybe it'll work better. You can change the X and Y axis of it too,
Ah, that
just
might help.
manually,
Yeah.
which might help you more.
Oh, camera. Bam. Okay, still. Alright, let's just.
Yeah, just do the manual things. It works a lot.
Joe is back.
Yes, he is. Z axis is deep.
You
Okay.
get this to be straight.
Go, got it rotated right. Get it up. Aw, man. I should find something else that'll give it a better Z axis.
Actually, shit, that's good.
It's not. It's not.
No, I mean mine.
Oh. Your hat?
Yeah, my hat.
Oh, I gotta scale this thing down.
Yeah, it's big. I know, Chris. I'm not cool enough for the cigar. I just had a
Shit.
normal cigarette.
Welcome back, Joe.
Alright.
A normal, perfectly normal cigarette.
I'm back with Kit Kat Love Talk. Okay,
I'm back with hard boiled.
what I was gonna be saying is I'd say that I'd hold it up. I'd say somebody's given us a keep to live in for no written reason. I'm gonna go see what they have to say, and then I'd hand it to you, Stefanos.
Who's behind you at the moment?
Yeah.
Yep.
would give a nod to you, but I'd say. But how many people do you know just give out keeps? As if they're just menial rewards.
Well, I know one.
I'd point to Stefanos.
Say it
Either,
never
and then
will.
I go and take a bite and say either you're daft or just too trusting.
I didn't say there wasn't something attached. I
You
say
say, Joe?
gave it out.
I'd say, or they watched us dispense of Abdullah hand. They were more than just the Lord's problem.
I'd say we might as well hear out what they want if they want something.
I'd nod.
Say,
Oh, question.
what's it considered, Nate? It was
Keep.
just considered that's what I called it. What is it actually, a keep, castle, or is it just land? And Nate died. And we're back with kitty cat talk.
And
Yeah.
Well, I'm a pilot, I guess. Is that a airplane prop?
Alright, I'm going to close face rig. Because,
Distracting?
no, I'm running the call, and I feel like it's affecting the connectivity issues.
I really doubt it because it's all on your side. Like,
Yeah.
it's just modifying what your webcam is.
I know, but I'm just making sure.
Granted, Nate does have bad internet sometimes. So
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
So, Nate, I was asking earlier, is this place just land, or is it a kind of keep or castle? I don't recall.
It refers to a single small castle and the land surrounding it.
Oh,
The 10 acres of land surrounding it.
yeah. Okay.
Kingmaker.
Yep, I'd say, yeah. Wait, what was I in the middle of saying?
The Lord was actually talking, but then I got dropped.
Oh, we didn't hear him start at all.
Yeah, we didn't get any of it.
Gotcha. Ignore it then. Fuck it.
Yep. Yeah. Joe, what did you agree to? The fact, yeah, I said we might as well hear him out. You
yeah,
agreed.
I nodded.
I'd say I'd say that this is a healthy amount of land. There's no way they want that they're just going to give it to us for what we just did. There's more, but we got to go and find out.
More eats.
I'd look at you, Chris, and I'd say, less than a week ago, you were in a cell.
Oh, Chris.
I
Just laugh.
We can
I
I can animate more now. So I just slapped the table a couple times because I got food in my mouth, and I said, "Moving up."
Thank you, Chris.
Say 7 is lucky indeed.
Do you guys know what I'm doing with the number thing?
Yeah,
I got no fuck.
you're
Wait,
just
you think-
escalating. You're just escalating.
Well, who are the other 5? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
Have you only met 5 people ever?
maybe this year.
Maybe this day.
Anyways,
Maybe this week.
but yeah, Nate wants to give us a castle, and I want to get there ASAP. So
Yeah, so I can fucking set up a church in there.
okay, all right, I'm
Yeah,
alright
so I
with
can
that.
burn down a church in the I mean,
So we can burn down the resident church. Oh my God, Joe
can it
tries
be
to
an
make
orphanage too?
Joe tries to make a church, and they're like, "You can't put that church here." It's like, but it's our land. It's like, yes, but fuck, you just go ahead. The Lord's probably got words for us, anyways.
Like which Lord? Like the Lord?
This
or
one!
Jesus.
This one.
Anyway, yep. He would just shrug and he would say, "Well, he'd say, do as you will with it." He'd say, I was simply appropriated as messenger."
I tapped the table a couple times. I'd say, this letter got here yesterday.
Indeed, yesterday morning.
I'd say from Camelot.
So I was told.
Stretch. It's all right. How many days out is Camelot?
He'd think on that for a moment, and he would say, " 'Tis 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 '
Because I can't roll that knowledge. I ain't got it.
Oh wow, Boots of the Cats are pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Fall from Mount
Especially-
Olympus, be cool.
Especially if you're doing just Pathfinder, because there's a limit to how much damage you take for falling. Nate doesn't like that because he's a Satanist.
Look, we know terminal velocity. It's 300 feet around, and that is about 27 miles an hour.
Terminal velocity.
Yeah, of Pathfinder. It's fucking adorable.
It's not that we're demigods, it's just everything is significantly scaled down.
But yeah, basically that means that you can only take as much damage as 300 feet. Is the way I would rule it too.
So what? It's 5 per, or a damage die per 5 feet, or is it 10?
I think
10
it's,
feet.
yeah.
30 damage max. With Boots of the Cat.
Anyway, he would say about, he'd say a little over 2 days if you keep to the roads.
They had
just-
your description, Chris.
Hmm?
You were in a cell until a couple days ago.
What?
Oh, I said, but they have this character's description. You were in a cell now.
They have my description?
I said it with the description of everyone present.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
the new Chris, not the old Chris.
I'd say, well, I was in that cell for at least 3 months, so
I thought it was 2.
I'd point at you. I'd say, yeah, 2. I'd shrug and say, maybe they knew I was in the area.
Can I go and stop eating for a second? Say, you sure it wasn't 4?
I'd look at you and say, it really did feel like 4.
Just wag my finger, say it was probably 4. Take
But-
another bite.
I don't know. I heard 6 was your lucky number. Could have been 6.
Well, now 7 is.
Oh, you're right. 7?
A whole year!
Well, I'd be, yeah, I'd be good. I'd be done with my questions, so.
Okay.
You
Well.
might enjoy the food.
No. Or you still enjoy it.
Oh, I'd actually got one more question. I'd say, so, not that it isn't enough, but is this small castle the reward, or was this coming regardless?
He'd shake his head and say, this appears to be a boon. This is a boon of someone else's making. He says, my reward to you is being prepared.
I'd not.
He'd say, 500 silver pieces apiece, saddled with horses of a fine breed.
I'd nod. I like the sound of this. Horses, y'all.
Out to combat, here we come.
Horses.
You know, I was just about to say, what other item can I make? And I was like, I don't need the horseshoes of the Zephyr. I don't have a horse. Just suddenly a horse.
Well, I'm gonna look to the Lord and say a horse. It's mighty generous of you. Give him a smile.
He'd just shrug and he'd say, 20 years ago this land was filled with strong arms and steel capable of bringing down such fiends. But those days are past. To those who are capable of such feats, it is a small thing to ensure them well rewarded.
You nod and eat again.
This spanking belt out.
Who's got his what? Oh, spanking belt?
Yeah. About when did we get into town? Midday-ish?
Wearing belt.
Yeah, midday-ish, so it's about 2 o'clock at this point.
Oh.
In the afternoon.
Look to the group. I nod at the Lord and, like, thank you for that. I'd say the question is, do we leave today or do we wait a night?
I'd say let's leave today.
nod to what Chris says and says there's no use waiting.
Nothing to gain from waiting?
Well, I mean,
Nothing to lose
Yeah.
for sooner.
Anyway,
I'll go and finish up eating. Say, so are we all in agreement then of tonight? Or today? What time is it when we came in, by the way?
It's about 2-ish now, Zach. It's about 2-ish.
Okay.
2-ish in the afternoon-ish.
It's funny because Nate just said it, Zach.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd in agreement.
okay.
I-
Yep. Lord would nod, and he'd say, "I had a feeling you would see to it to depart. The horses are being prepped. The horses should be about done being saddled with your reward and being brought out front." He'd say, though, kind of tapping the table for a moment, kind of leaning in his chair. He's effectively at the moment, the way he leans in the chair, he's very much got the Tywin Lannister demeanor.
Oh man, he's about to give out his daughter.
Yeah.
He leans back in his chair for a moment, taps the table, and he'd say, "I would impose upon you a favor during your before your departure."
I absolutely look like I hope he has a daughter, Nate.
Well, I'd look towards him. He has a
You're just gonna
daughter-in-law.
say, because you're just gonna say, "What's her name?"
Nope. I just look like it.
She
No.
ain't one of them tainteds, is she?
He would disappoint you, Chris, as he would say.
Aw, she's a Semite?
As he would say, he says, "For reasons involving my house, I am sending my son by way of Camelot. I would prefer he travel with." He says, "I would prefer he travel with decent company, and where I have no problem sending my men, I find myself in better company."
I'll give him a nod just at that and say, I see no reason as to deny him to come with us.
I'm just gonna shake my head at that. Like, yep.
I'd
Gonna
look.
say-
I'd look
I
around.
would go and say further
Go ahead, Zach.
and say, does he know how to fight?
I'd say, wait. When did we become decent company? Did it happen when I was sleeping?
I'm just gonna look to Chris and then look back to the Lord.
Ignoring our compatriot. Yes, we'd be honored to accompany him.
When did this happen?
He would just kind of give you a look, Chris, but he would nod. And to answer, as he looks over to you, Zach, to answer your question, he would say, "Aye, the boy can fight."
I'll give him a nod and a shrug and say, then even more welcome to join us.
As he would nod and he would say, he says, "Those of noble blood who do not cultivate their skills are worthless."
Oh.
Sensing that motive.
I will give him a smile. I don't feel like sensing that motive. I just like the words he just said.
Does that have a story, Nate?
It definitely feels like it has he's got some both experience and very strong feelings in regards to that statement.
That's all I needed. That's what your tone implied. That's what I look for.
What did he say? Or why are we doing this again? Because his son has business in Camelot?
Yes.
He said, for reasons involving his house, he is sending his son by way of Camelot, and essentially wished to send him with you guys.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the wife, but okay. Something about the house. Presumably he's coming back. Gotcha.
But I would be nodding to him with a very accepting smile as to what he said. And very much in agreement.
He would nod, and he'd look to you, to your over your company, and he would actually have as the servants would be refilling your goblets. He would take his own and he would raise it as if to toast.
I would toast.
Raise. We shall toast.
I will bread as well.
He would say, to our victories yet achieved, and allies yet made.
Say cheers and clangety clang if everyone is close enough.
Clanging the shit out of that.
He would say, may your travel, he says, may your travels be safe. He says, your horses should be well prepared by now. And he would rise.
Take the drink first and then rise.
Take a good drink and rise up. We got places to be.
Okay.
Gonna go to a castle and view it with Jesus.
Are the horses ready immediately?
That's what it sounds like.
That would be what his tone implied.
Okay.
And as he would get up, he would essentially walk you to the front of the manor, where you would see, well, 5 horses, 4 unmanned, and 1 with his son beside it.
He looks like a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah! We get Marth!
Is that Marth?
No, he
It
doesn't
looks
have
like
blue
a different
hair.
rendition of it. It looks
Yeah.
like a different rendition of him, though.
That could totally be Marth, though. He's got the right,
Doesn't have tits, can't be Marth.
Marth doesn't have tits.
Are you sure?
He's referring to Lucina.
Yeah, Lucina's got tits.
Yeah, Marth's got tits.
And Lucina completely replaces Marth. I'm not saying Marth doesn't exist, Nate. I give him that. But there's no need for him. But Lucina, on the other hand, I like her. I could put my penis in her. I could put my penis in Marth, too, but he won't like that.
Penis and Marth. How do you know? Have you seen the way he looks?
Alright. I presume he will not like it.
Whoa, you're saying are you saying every effeminate man is thereby homosexual?
That's exactly what Joe is saying.
Yeah.
Well, are you saying every
Yes,
effeminate
Marth is.
man is thereby not homosexual?
This means Zach is definitely a homosexual.
Yeah, he's just hiding it. He's hiding
People
in
seem
that
to consider
vagina.
that very heavily.
No shit. Rose.
Where was Rose from?
Your fucking job at the fucking... When you were a waiter.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I forgot that nickname.
'Cause
Why
you're
is-
beautiful.
When I used to work at Hayward's, one of my nicknames was Rose.
Because he's so pretty.
It's because I was, quote unquote, one of the most beautiful guys they've ever seen.
Anyways. I'm listening to the bells of Notre Dame.
As
God, I forgot that.
thanks for that, Joe.
Um,
Anyway, as you'd see out front, man would essentially walk you to your horses. You'd see the horses with laden with saddlebags.
Is there one that's solidly black, or are they all the same color?
Nope. One is solidly black. Another one is one is a Palomino. Another is got that sort of. Another one is actually just the same way the one is solid black. There's another that's solid white.
I'll take that one.
Going for the
And-
solid black.
And then another one is kind of got a dark brown, but its mane is very fair.
Well, you
I'm
guys get
going
to
with
fight
that
over.
one.
You guys get
I'm
to
riding
fight
a
over
real
those two.
horse today.
I'm
I
taking
got-
the last one.
I got the black one and Joe got the white one.
There you go.
Racism.
We
I'm
left-
the black cat.
We left the weird ones for the Greek
Hey,
guy and the
hey,
Mexican.
The fair-maned one is not weird.
And a
What are the
Palomino
other
is
two?
basically.
Sounds like a metaphor, Zach.
And the Palomino is
Here, it's
basically
mine
just,
now. Palominos aren't bad
Gold,
looking, though.
gold. Yeah, I think they're beautiful. The
Golden stallion.
yeah, they've got the fucking yeah, they got the very light manes with the golden body to them.
500 silver, that's 50.
Fair-maned one.
Which one was that? The one I already took?
No, the other one.
Okay.
The darker one. So it was one that essentially looks kind of Palomino-ish, but it's much darker brown.
Fucking
No, I didn't want to open that link. Fuck
500
you, Joe.
silver is 50 gold, right?
Correct.
Okay, just double checking. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
The yep, as you guys would pick your horses and mount up, and would simply give you nod, would simply nod at you guys again. He'd look to his son, bid him fair, very briskly, just kind of bid him fair travels, and pretty much turn and take a step back and just kind of like silently watch as you guys would. Depart.
Wait. Who's waiting until we depart?
Lord.
The Lord, the son.
Okay, I'm waiting for the sun so I can keep pace with him and talk with him. I'm not gay.
If nobody's moving first, I'm moving after like 5 seconds.
I'm moving. I'm going.
Yep.
Paladin is leading this charge.
Yeah, well, he would essentially, after the father's words, he simply just kind of nods and mounts up on the horse and would move in time with you guys.
I'm riding with him.
Okay. And as the
Hi, my name's Freddie Wong. Who shared my
Chris,
good action video.
It felt scary, but until you've been chased by, someone with a flip-flop threatening to beat your ass, you ain't got nothing. That
Listen,
shit's scary.
that was an interesting video.
Look, flip-flop is terrifying.
It's also very painful and stingy.
Well, Nate, I don't know what we're holding on for, but I got words for the young man.
okay.
I got a hat.
Young man.
Walking down the street, I said, young man.
I got a hat, Chris.
Do you? Oh my god, you do. Now you're just a hat. You're just a slug with a hat covering your eyes. Can I do the words, Nate, or am I holding on?
Yeah, you can make your words.
Okay. I'd say, so what kind of business does your family got in Camelot? That's perfect, Stefanos. Yeah. So what kind of business your family got in Camelot?
He would let me think how he would.
Well, if he's thinking even for a second, I'd say, you getting hitched?
He'd actually laugh at that and he'd say,
Wait, is hitched a term? Chris is on it.
there you go. Shit. He would he'd laugh at that actually, and he would say, "Would be interesting if I was, seeing as I was just married, not 4 days ago." And he just kind of laughs. He'd say,
Smile.
he'd kind of turn and he'd say, actually three of our number were present for it.
You have a smile saying, a fine wedding it was. I haven't had dwarven ale like that before.
Oh, the wedding! I'd say I missed a wedding?
Shouldn't have been locked up for 10 years.
I'd say you blame those headless freaks for that. Shake my head. I mean, I'd say, well, I guess there's always polygamy.
He'd just kind of laugh and say, "Accepted practice in some places, I've heard."
I'd nod.
It's okay in the Bible.
Is it really?
Yeah!
Oh my god.
That is the most accepted form of marriage in the Bible.
Jesus Christ, Stefanos.
What?
Nothing. Okay, well, Nate,
I have my own land.
I'd
I
wait for him
need this.
to. I'd wait for him to continue. Then, Nate.
Yep. He would kind of, yeah, he'd say, see, what was the last thing he said?
Wait, I talked about polygamy.
And you said you got wed just not 4 days ago. 3 were present.
Oh yes, 3 were present. He would,
And then after that, Chris said something about polygamy. Before that, I said about Dwarven Ale.
I said I missed a wedding.
yes. Yep. He would nod. He actually kind of looks over to Joe and he would ask, or he would say, he would thank you for the blessing you had given them.
Just give a nod.
And he would actually, he would ask you of what faith you followed, or he'd ask you if you followed or he'd ask you if you followed the god Jehovah from the south.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
that's the
there's
one.
Suddenly there's 2 Jehovah's.
I mean, there's 2 gods.
There's 2 gods. You know. Anyways,
there's Arab, there's a Jewish god, and then there's Christian god.
Oi!
Just let it go, Chris. Let it go. I would give a nod.
He would
I got a knife.
I saw that.
I'm from Final Fantasy VII, guys.
God damn it.
anyway, he would kind of nod and appreciatively, and he would say that he's heard much of that god, but he says he has unfortunately not been schooled in that in its teachings. Though he's heard that many in Camelot are. Perhaps he will take the time to learn while he is there.
Just waiting for Joe to be like, and as you should.
No, I'm just gonna say
Fucking heathen.
curiosity is one avenue to becoming faithful.
He would smile and nod, and he'd look back to you, Chris. The last question you posed him was to what he was doing in.
That was the first question I asked.
Yeah.
Something about polygamy was
The
the
first
last
question
one.
he ignored.
Well, he was quickly sidetracked.
Hmm.
But he'd look back to you and he'd say, as far as to my business in Camelot, he says it is my he'd say it is my father's wish that I devote myself to the round.
I would look to him.
I know what that is, right? Like,
The Knights of the Round Table, yep.
Can he be one of the Knights of the Round? I thought there was only a. I don't know
There's a
anything.
number of the Knights of the Round. Now they're kind of.
But the ones that fit around the
spot.
table are the Knights of the Round Table.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. The Knights of the Round Table were the knights handpicked by King Arthur to
Okay.
keep his kingdom safe.
Yep.
King Arthur is no more. He
Okay.
has gone.
Okay.
And the Knights of the Round Table that survived the Civil War are essentially governing the country now.
Okay. So there's the Knights of the Round Table. Who are the Knights of the Round? Just the Knights.
Okay, sorry. They are the same.
I'm good.
Knights of the Round,
I'm
Knights
good.
of the Round Table, all the same thing.
I'm good. I would just say that's something. I guess.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry.
That's something, I guess. What do you mean the other guy?
Yeah, the other guy.
He said that his father once has him go into Camelot to dedicate himself to the Knights of the Round.
Okay, so that's what I thought. Okay, never mind.
Joe looked at him interestingly, like what?
Yeah.
Ask me again.
Yep. And I just said, yeah, it's interesting, I guess. I'd say if, I mean, yeah, I'd continue. I'd say, I mean, life of servitude to king and country is great and all, but I just shrug.
He'd nod, and he'd say, truth be told, he says, wish I'd been born, he says, I wish I would have been born 20 years ago. If I'd have served, I think I'd prefer to serve under King Arthur himself.
Just shake my head and say, unfortunately, that's a time long gone.
Sorry, you were saying something, Joe?
I had something, and Zach said words. Now I don't.
Sorry. You don't have words at all?
What Zach said was, that thing that you just talked about, it happened in the past.
Yep.
That's what Zach just said.
Hey, Chris, are you downloading that, by the way?
Downloading what?
Installing?
Installing what?
Xenoverse?
No!
It's been 2 hours. Okay,
My
go on.
God, Zach.
Anyway, he would, sorry, yeah, Zach said that was long ago. He would nod,
Oh,
and,
back when babies came out your butt.
and he would look pensive for a moment. And then he would recover from his pensive gaze and simply say, perhaps I can do some good there. Smiling me.
Just nod and say nothing but good to do at this point.
He'd nod and he'd say, though I'm sure there's more than a few who would take advantage of this time to, or more than a few who would take advantage of Camelot's weakness for their own gain.
Wait, what? Something Camelot. Oh, there are people who take advantage of Camelot's weakness.
Yep.
I'd say is Camelot still hurting?
I'd look over my shoulder and give you a look like, are you serious?
I'd say the war did much to destabilize the region. There's a leader and then key protectors of the realm. Now we're left with but scraps. I'd look to him and say, no offense.
He would nod and say, none taken. He'd say, it's the truth of it.
You look through the lands and you can see the ones that have been affected most. Notably, the town where I was born, Nottingham. Taxation out the ass there.
This is a guy named Robin Hood, Dando. You got it. You got it.
Nate, what happened back in my home around this time? I don't know what's going on here. I'm
I
from
would
fucking
say-
Syria.
I'd continue to say.
Sorry.
Around this time,
Yeah. Like, Zach's like, my home was ravaged by the Semites and Adolf Hitler and his cool girlfriend who's like, sort of bangable. But what, just...
actually,
According to Joe,
at this point in the Syrian region, essentially the Aelid dynasty collapsed, and the emperor pretty much changes every few years as each of the 500 sons kind of take turns overthrowing each other.
That is a lot of sons.
I did loosely say on my character sheet I'm from Damascus. Is that the same deal?
Yep.
So is it just like fighting's going on every day?
It's more like there's peace. Occasionally, like out in the desert, two of them will duke it out. But as far as the changing leadership, that crap just like happens overnight. Like you guys will literally be like day to day, and then anyone who's not in the capital will just suddenly hear, "Oh, by the way, a coup happened the other day. So and so is now the emperor."
Okay. I'm sorry, Zach.
No, it's fine.
You were gonna continue about your home.
Yes. And I would have continued by saying, impossible to live on the coin that's even given from jobs.
I'd rub my chin, just like this, I'd say. Sounds tough. It's not being humorous. Not fucking with you. Sounds tough.
Oh
I would just
my
give-
god, Chris isn't fucking with someone.
I know, that's kind of
This
confusing.
is scary.
With your character, I just give a nod and say yes. Appreciate it.
You would say one day he'll be called the Lord of Face Judgment, and then we shall inherit what's left behind.
I didn't really catch everything you said. It was a little.
Yeah, you kind of mumbled that.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to mumble it.
I mean,
Words are hard.
That's fine.
you said
Yeah.
one day I'll
I'd
become
say
Lord
one day,
something.
one day he will be called to meet the Lord's judgment,
Oh.
and the meek will inherit what's left behind.
Oh, okay. Oh, is the guy in charge a bad guy? That's me
No, it's
asking,
just
not my character.
Zach's making
Oh.
it sound like he's a bad guy.
As if that's you saying that,
But
Chris,
but
I'd
you're. It
say-
sounds like you're agreeing with him. And no,
I'm
Nate,
s-
no, Zach,
like,
I'm not
yeah.
actually asking this.
Okay. Well, no, he's not. There's the opportunity to where you don't have somebody ruling over you. You can tax whatever you want, and you can live off of that as nicely as you want.
Oh,
That's
he's not
why
the
I use
king.
word- No,
Oh.
he's the owner, quote unquote, owner of the town.
Oh God! So basically, Frollo from Bells of Notre Dame took over.
I have no idea. I've never read or watched that.
I don't know shit about Camelot and the Knights
Fuck
of
it,
the
let's
Round.
keep going. We're
Yeah.
going forward. Zach hasn't watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Fuck him.
Oh wait, hold on. Hunchback of Notre Dame I've watched.
What did I say?
The Bells of Notre Dame. the
Oh my
song.
God! I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. Yeah, keep going. We got like an hour. So. So maybe we'll get to fucking find somebody in our new cool home and kill them.
Or we'll get a fight on the road.
Break in our
Yep. Anyway,
break it. Proud independent gat who don't need no lord. Good. Good, Stefanos.
I'm a homeowner.
You're a scratch post owner? Is that a
This
fish?
is the fanciest scratch post.
What?
I saw a fish just fly by on your slug thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it was a dragonfly.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I do the background.
Make it so
Praise
that you
the
have the
sun.
sky.
Praise
Yeah.
the sun.
Have the sun be your backdrop, Stefanos.
Is there a sun or is it
It's
tomorrow?
off to the left. There,
We almost
down,
there, down,
down, below, down.
Ah,
Right?
There it is.
Praise the sun.
Praise our almighty Lord, Slugula.
Okay, well, continuing.
anyway,
He doeth
As-
what
Oh,
sloth
yeah.
can.
the as he would go, he would say, "It seems you were introduced to my father, but he says I did not have the pleasure." As he would kind of turn to each of you, he would say, he said, he says, "I would have your names if I'm trying to think how he said it. He would say,
He's asking for our names.
yeah,
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 that's
so
good.
not
That's good enough for me,
close.
man.
I will
Um,
give him name.
Yeah.
Naming it up. I want to hear what Chris says.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the only one that's gonna change.
I would hold up 8 fingers, and I'd say, "You can call me 8." And I have to hold up the fingers so he knows it's not ATE.
mm-hmm.
So
He would kind of, He would look a bit perplexed at that, but he would nod.
Hey, I'm not saying that it's my name. I'm just saying you can call me that.
Let's see. This is 8. He says, simple enough to remember, as he says with a smile.
I'd nod. I'd say for the both of us.
Just wait until we get 9, then we can do the joke.
7, 8, 9.
Oh my God. You saying I'm gonna eat my own dick? Wait a minute.
I just give him my name
Or
as
no,
well.
no, you make that joke when he gets to 10, because then it's like, what happened to 9?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because 10's gotta ask. Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway,
So we still
I would
traveling?
give him my name and I'd go and say, I don't believe we've actually caught yours, have we?
Oh, the sun. I
I think
didn't.
we have.
Might have been mentioned at the wedding,
sorry.
but I
Yeah,
forgot.
at the wedding you would have been. I didn't mention it, but you would have heard his name at the wedding. His name is Anthony Guilford.
Anthony
Gil Thunder.
Nailed it.
Marth, he is Marth.
It's his middle name.
God damn it, Chris.
On the way. So 6.
I'd look at you.
Who calls you 1?
Uh,
My dead wife.
Oh, my mom calls me 1 all the time.
I'd rub my chin, just like this. Let's say... I'd say I think he died, so nobody.
2?
Probably also dead.
A trader who sold very valuable rugs, alright? These are really nice rugs. But for some reason he wanted my name. So, basically, long story short, I didn't buy any rugs from him.
3, 4, 5?
I'm just riding ahead. This is a story I don't care about.
I'd say 3 and 4, they're up north somewhere. And 5, well, they're the assholes who left me in that hole.
So no. Again.
Anthony would laugh heartily as he says, I find myself in colorful company.
Colorful.
And now we will join hands in prayer.
For the first day's travel, he would essentially he would engage you guys in conversation, kind of asking about, you know, where you guys come from. He's very interested in you guys.
Yeah, no one knows me or Chris yet.
As pretty much, you know, up to you how much of your life story you would tell him, or how much you would make up in Chris's case.
I'd say... I would embellish like crazy. Let me fucking do a bluff for you. That means everybody can roll. Everybody automatically gets it opposed. Ah, shit! Everybody knows I'm lying. That's fine.
I've just
I
been
don't
rolling
know.
with everything you say.
I don't know, that's a plus 12. That's pretty fucking good. What is my sense motive? 5. Chris, I might fucking believe the shit out of you.
That's fine, man. It's an automatic thing. So even if you don't roll it, you do technically get it. Yep, you know I'm fucking lying. But hey, well.
Hey, I enjoy hearing the story.
So is a fucker. So.
Yep.
Well, I would tell him about my wonderful past. There we go.
I'd give a very brief cliff notes of mine.
And I would tell him about my wonderful past as a cat.
I enjoyed pettings.
Yeah.
A great many pettings from many people.
I murdered people, then Lancelot trained me to be a knight.
Come on, cat.
Well,
Yeah.
that would
There we go.
if you got to that part on the first day.
If we would have gotten that far, I don't know how long we're talking, man.
Well, I
We'll be
mean,
horse riding until sleeping.
yeah, you'd have had basically good 5-6 hours before it got dark.
Oh, I think we would have
Taking out
stories.
taking out the time, you would have actually found among the saddlebags. There's actually each saddlebag has about 3 days worth of food on it.
Well, I definitely would have checked that shit. That's getting eaten.
Oh, I think we would have gotten that far then.
Or about 4 days worth of food. Okay, that would most definitely have gotten his attention then, as he seems fairly blown away, like Sir Lancelot himself.
Nod. Yep.
You have his pretty much undivided attention.
There we go.
I'd look between you guys. I'd say he's someone special.
Nod would say one of the original Knights of the Round.
Anthony would kind of somewhat enamored say the first knight himself, the White. He says the White Knight of King Arthur's court.
I would snicker.
He'd kind of look off as you snicker, and he would say, I'm. He says, you must think me overly childish for being so enamored.
I'd lie and say, I guess.
You got a bitch and bluff, Chris.
He does have a bitch and bluff. Shame his dice won't do anything about it.
That's like me in the fucking diplomacy in the other game. +8? How would I roll 5 times and never get a roll above a 7?
But yeah, I'm really sniggering at the name of Lancelot, the White Knight. It's like, oh boy, yeah, because there's such a thing as a White Knight.
I agree with Chris.
But yep.
Well, he would hear your words, kind of, and he would nod, and he'd say, well, he says, if I am to serve as a knight, then it is my dearest wish that I can possess even a tenth of his valor.
I'd point to you, Joe. I'd say he's pretty valorous. And he's right here. Might as well talk to him.
And
Not anybody else here. Everyone else lacks valor.
I just said he's pretty fucking valorous. You might be valorous too, Zach. I wasn't paying attention.
He would look at Joe, and in fact his gaze would pan around to the group, and he would say, I have no doubt. He says, you battled, he says, you battled fiends of great evil, and did well to protect the village, or my beloved's village. He'd say, just goes to show that there are those in this world who still cling to good and are willing to fight for it. He says, if I can count myself among their number, I think that would be enough.
He said his beloved's village.
Yeah.
Is he
His
the
wife's.
son-in-law?
No.
No. He married someone from that village we just came from.
Yeah, he's got the manor. Then the village came up around the manor, or came with the manor's land. But it's her village because she lives there. He doesn't. That's why he said it's her village.
There you go.
Yeah, what Joe said.
I'm good.
I'd just say to him, when the time is right, we'll all prove our worth. That's all we can do.
He would nod. And as you guys would dine and prepare for sleep.
And I would have, since he asked, I would have introduced myself too and said what I'm doing.
Yep. Yeah, he would comment on the peculiarity of your appearance and ask. He would basically say, he says, I beg you not think me rude, but I am curious. Do you simply carry feline features, or are you?
And we're gonna transform.
Suddenly cat.
Oh, there's a cat on the horse.
Oh no!
No one's steering the horse.
The bird can steer it.
No.
You can both steer it. Teamwork steering.
Yeah, are we stopping
Oh
when
my
he's doing
god.
this, or we,
It's a Disney movie.
still ride?
The cat, the horse, and the bird.
Well, I mean, when he asked about when he was asking that would have been while you guys were still riding.
Okay, I'm not gonna transform. That's
I want to be Snow White.
terrifying.
You already are Snow White, Zach.
I mean,
I've
you're
already
not riding
kissed
it
you
like
in your
the Avalon
sleep.
horses that just kind
Oh.
of trot along.
Oh jeez.
You could feasibly do that. I mean,
Ah jeez.
the horse would be kind of confused for a moment, but
Yeah, I don't want to fall. I would answer him. No. No, I'm actually a cat.
he would nod, and
I've accepted this.
kind of with a smile, and he would just say, "This is the world. He says the world is larger than I'd imagined."
Yep, and I'd explain the Tibbet thing and the master, and I'm trying to find him.
Dragons praising Jesus, fucking...
Wait, are you
Wizards
the fucking little toaster, Stefanos?
He is the brave little toaster.
The brave little toaster.
Looking for your master who moved?
Moved? No, he got kidnapped by Morgan Le Fay.
You're the
Excuse-
fucking brave little toaster.
Chris, you can be the lamp.
I don't remember what the brave little
I
toaster
will
was.
not be lamb.
Oh my god, I forgot there was the brave little toaster goes to Mars.
Oh yeah,
Got that.
that was not
To save the little master.
that good.
No.
Well, whenever camp things happen, like y'all know what I'm doing. Sleep for 2, up for stretches, and going to get food.
Keeping watch, making magic items.
Yep,
Sleep.
I would sleep.
You would, as you guys would do so, Stefanos, you would find that the young man would toss and turn for a good hour before he would essentially just kind of give up and sit up.
How long is this? Like an hour in?
Yeah.
I would go over and cast Keep Watch on him also.
He would raise his eyebrows in surprise and kind of ask what you, ask what kind of sorcery that was.
It'll let you stay up all night and not be worse off for it, since you can't sleep.
His jaw would drop for a moment, and he would say, "That is incredibly convenient."
Yep, just nod and go back to it.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
But it really sounds like you guys are gonna fuck, huh?
Yeah.
as he would nod, and he would just kind of get up and essentially wander. He would just kind of, he would actually pretty much idly just pass the time as
If he wants stories, he can go talk to Sen.
I would say you should probably tell him not to do anything strenuous, huh? I don't think he knows that part.
Yeah, I'd tell him about the conditions of it and how it wears off.
Yep. Actually,
And-
about the time you'd be telling him that was when he'd be getting his sword and appears to be about to go do exercises.
No.
But then you warn him.
Yep, and Sen the Raven can go entertain him with stories if he likes.
He's not a toddler.
Hey, they can talk about stuff.
So can you!
Hey, I'm doing craft and shit.
I
Yep.
don't- Can you? I thought you couldn't do magical crafting while adventuring.
You can. You just need 8 hours.
No, you can't do it on the road. It says that.
No, it says you can.
I know you can do normal crafting on the road, but magical item crafting, I'm pretty sure that is one of the things you cannot do. Ugh.
fairly quiet, comfortable, and well-lit place in which to work.
Oh,
Any
no.
place suitable for preparing
No.
spells. suitable
There's
for
an actual
preparing-
line that says that it can't be done on the road. That, I'll go look for it. Don't worry about it.
No, it does say specifically, any place suitable for preparing spells is suitable for making items.
I will look for it. Suck my dick.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway. As he would essentially talk with your bird if you appear very busy and unwilling to do conversation as you are.
Oh no, I'll talk with him if you want. I was just saying if he was going out and doing his own thing since I wasn't moving.
Yeah, he would make his way over to you and converse with you.
Yep.
As the he would talk about, and he would kind of converse with you, telling you, just very stories of the manor and, growing up in his father's house, stuff like that. He would share that kind of thing.
Did he grow up in that manor by that village?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't think it was that close.
While we're sleeping, I'll be right back.
Oh, it's tracking for a second.
And he would essentially talk about his father's grueling training on his preparing him for knighthood.
Gee.
How the man essentially refers to the fat, out-of-shape lords as just sacks of meat, wastes of space, that kind of thing.
I would ask if he thinks he's wrong about that.
Kid would kind of scratch his head, the young man, and he would say, I'm not sure. He says, I've met one or two of said nobles, lads. He says they don't all seem to be. He says one was of a fouler demeanor, but imagine they're not all as such. Kind of pausing, he'd say, well, I should hope they're not all as such. And
Yep, I pretty much just nod along and say, yeah, I wouldn't really know myself.
he'd say, he would mention that his father does have a very deep-seated dislike for such men.
Oh my god, that's what I need to make for my ringtone for work. That's genius.
Okay.
And those would be his words in regards to that, but yeah, without that, he would pretty much just continue idle conversation. Chris would awake after his 2 hours of slumber, to which the young man would ask you, Chris, essentially if just, he would inquire as to your not being able to sleep as well.
Nope. I'd say nope. I'm all rested and ready to go. I'd start doing my stretches.
I guess I never specifically spellcrafted Chris's ring, so I can't say I know about it.
I don't even know if you've seen it with your detecting eyes.
Invasive eyes.
Your hungry eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. All you then.
Okay.
I just said it.
Yeah. He would seem very surprised at that, but not all the same.
I would tell him that over the years, I've trained my body to only need 2 hours of sleep each night.
Okay, I'm doing spellcraft at this point.
Bluff.
What reason do you have to use spellcraft? You better sense motive first.
Bluff.
Because everything Chris says, like, okay, well...
Sounds like you believe him.
No, that's spellcraft. That's what is that? What are his magic items? Do you have any other magic items?
Yeah, my cloak is magical. So you can tell. You can probably tell with your detect that my cloak and my ring are magic. As far as what they do, let me look up their numbers.
Since I only knew about the ring, that would have been for the ring. So
as a player, you only knew about the ring. I don't know if you ever knew about the ring as a character.
no, that's what I mean. Like I use detect magic and throw out a spellcraft. It's like intending that one to be for the ring.
Oh, you would have seen my cloak then too. So
Yeah, but since I already threw out the number, I
Okay.
didn't want to say. Well,
Ring of
now I can-
Sustenance is caster level 5th, so I don't think.
Yeah, I
that
would have needed like a 15 or 20 or something.
Mm.
So I got nothing for today. I just something magical.
What are you talking about, Stefanos? I've trained my body.
Yeah.
His
that's just-
body.
Oh, and hey, Nate died.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I can get a sense motive that
There we
high.
go. Nate's back.
Yep. Sorry, Stefanos. He didn't figure out what my ring does.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so didn't figure out what the ring is. Well,
And why the fuck not? What's the cloak?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
got it.
I will send you my cloak. Give me 1 second.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
it's the cool cloak, isn't it?
Hell. Cool kids.
and
There you go.
sorry, how close? Let's see. I'm trying to think of positioning.
Oh, nighttime encounter.
Oh, Chris, you should get the fuck, what is it? The sleeve of many garments. Those things are awesome.
Yeah, this is better.
Is it?
Yeah. You get to put 3 disguises in there, all of which are determined by when you first put them on, like the DC. So basically, you just keep using that check.
Okay,
that
yeah,
you
the
made.
disguises are cool.
Yeah.
But the sleeve of many garments, the ability to be anything
Yeah.
is awesome. It's also like 400 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Alright, yeah, sure, why not? Stefanos. When you're doing your detect magic, you would get 2 magical auras from the young man.
Oh, okay. Spellcrafting and whichever. Okay.
One would be coming from his sword, the other would be coming from an item under his shirt.
Sword and shirt then, in that order, because why not?
That's what he told you.
Yep.
Okay.
13 and 32.
Okay.
Got the best rolls.
Magic on his sword eludes you, but you are able to determine that the item appears to be coming from an amulet under his cloak, and it is giving a plus +2 to each of his saves.
Shit, amulet of resistance.
But aside from that, yep, those are the 2 magical auras.
Okay. And because I just thought about it, Joe and Zach, they got anything?
Okay.
I know Joe's got his fancy tunic on.
So this is the line that people use for that adventuring thing, and this is why they talk about using rope trick, because otherwise, without that shit, it's the half time, the 4 hours. So
I mean, is the environment particularly distracting right now? I'm just
Could be
That's-
dangerous.
That is the adventuring environment. That's why every fucking thread I saw, they're like, rope trick. So you can go inside. So, up to Nate, I'd figure that out after the session. So, for
Yeah.
now you're good.
Yep. Okay. Well, as okay, and you were looking at Joe's got the. You put the ring on Joe.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Joe has the.
ring.
How about this? I have a +1 Earthbreaker, I have the tabard, and I have the ring. Let's not worry about what people are wearing, and so we can get somewhere, you know?
Damn, done.
Okay. Suppose that works.
Yep.
I'm re-uploading my thing. Give me a sec. Can't open
Okay.
it until.
As the. Those are what they're
Do you
wearing,
still have that gem, Joe?
and the.
Yeah, he never destroyed it.
Well, just there was 3 of them, so.
There was the one thrown in the fire. I don't think that's destroyed.
Probably not. I didn't really care.
Yeah, so you guys have 2 of them. Okay. Yep. And well, with that, he would essentially make just mild conversation with both of you throughout the night.
I'll give you survival so I can go off and grab some foods. Yeah, not much.
And yep, with that, you'd be able to get a little bit. If you would go off to hunt, he would actually come with you to offer assistance.
I'd remind him about the spell.
Yep. I don't think you can.
Well, he could come there and point things out. He just couldn't actually do it.
Oh yeah, I'll remind him about not to exert himself at least.
But I don't know anything about the spell, so I'd say, okay.
Yep, he would nod at that, kind of, basically like, we'll keep. He says, keep that in mind, and he would go off with Chris. But
God damn it.
yep, he would do that. Would not be able to really assist then. But food would be gotten, and yeah, time would pass, morning would come. Breakfast would be had, as people would be getting up.
Taking whatever Chris brought back. Don't want it to spoil.
Yep, I'll enjoy that and pray for
I
spells.
want you on my Presto rations. It tastes way better.
I will thank Chris for the food.
Give you a thumbs up. And that food's pretty much always for everybody but me, so.
And I assume the sun has. Oh wait, no, we got food in the horse thing.
We do.
Never
Yeah.
mind, fuck, I don't care.
Well, I don't want to use it unless I have to.
Yeah, that's food that'll keep for a while, so. But we'll be in civilization today, so.
Today?
Yeah, today. 2-day ride.
Oh, I thought he's... Okay.
3-day ration supply, but 2-day ride.
Mm-hmm.
4. He gave you guys a little bit extra.
Cool, Daddy-O. We on our way?
Yeah, you guys would be on your way,
Oh,
and
man. Usher came on. Fuck yeah.
there you go.
Look, you don't have music!
I was just
My
marveling at how
baby.
perfect this song
Oh, yeah,
is for
right.
the current state of the world. And just like, oh god.
Like, if I ever edit and upload these, I have to put music where you don't, Nate.
That's perfect, Joe. Oh, you mean like not the game
Wait,
world? Okay.
The current
Yeah,
state
right,
of the
it's-
real world is
Oh,
this song.
God.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you mean the game world, that's a little hardcore for sitting at night doing small talks.
Okay, well that explains it. The thing I had playing wasn't playing.
It's alright, Nate. I am acutely aware of when there is no music in my life.
It's one of those things where, like, I should have known there wasn't any music playing because I didn't hear it.
Yep.
But
I think me and Chris are like that. Like, if you don't have something playing, we'll find something to listen to.
Yeah. 24/7 we're listening to music.
Oh,
At least I am.
Well-
You, Joe?
For the most part. Normally I'll have Pandora up when I'm doing anything that doesn't involve people making words.
Yep.
I have to say, I like the mustache and crown on this guy. Crown's
If it-
perfect.
They are fitting. You look like
That's,
a fucking Digimon. Goddamn
Thanks.
Numamon.
you guys would be making your way through the along the roads. You would get a significantly more traffic as you get closer and closer to Camelot.
Wait.
As be plenty of folks on the road. And
Aha! I have a 16 in charisma. People wave at me and have conversations with me. I'm waving at people and smiling.
What about me with my 20 charisma, Chris?
You're the life of the party. You're able to keep people entertained for hours, just like a kraken.
Like a crack.
Well.
Fuck yeah.
that was interesting. Yeah, there would be plenty of people who would approach you guys and make hold conversation with you guys.
Oh my god.
I do hold that nightly presence, so I got that going on for show.
Oh man, fuck Joe. But if there's a woman, first thing you find out is if she got a man, Nate. First thing you find out. And I'd be telling him I might be in Camelot for a time. Just throwing that stuff out there, letting them know I'll be in town. I'll be in town.
There would be a couple girls to flirt with, Chris.
Oh my goodness.
On your horse.
On my horse. On my big black horse.
They're on a wagon, they pull
Well,
up
you're
beside us, and you're just
you're
like,
just
hey,
fucking
baby! Just
covered
pull
in
her onto your
weapons.
horse. Thanks, man.
All
Oh, is
Joe,
that your daughter? Fuck it. Mine now.
all Joe has to do with his charisma is nod at women. They'll be like, "Oh, he's very, his teeth are very sharp. Look at those claws and those wings." It's like,
He's got a 13
he
in
just-
charisma, so I'll just look at him and be like, hi!
No. Joe makes eyebrows at some girl, and then suddenly she shudders as she grows moist.
fucking. I don't know how you're not a monstrous humanoid, Joe.
Wait, he's
Yeah,
not?
monstrous humanoid.
Oh, well, never
no,
mind.
No, I know what you mean. No, I am pretty much a monstrous humanoid. I mean, I'm a dragon.
You're a monstrous fucking humanoid.
Wait, Joe, what's your race again?
Wyvaran.
Yeah. You go look at the Wyvaran picture. They are monstrous as fuck.
Wait, I'm sorry, wait, they are not monstrous humanoids.
No.
Are they okay, I'm a monstrous humanoid.
Ooh, monstrous humanoid Bane works on you.
Eh. Put it away.
Yeah, I'm dragon. I'm just dragon.
Yeah. I think.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you're not humanoid with a dragon subtype or something like that.
No,
Dragon.
he's straight up dragon.
Weird. Dragon slayers will love you because you're so much easier to kill.
Yeah, but they gotta get around my paladin stuff.
You're not in the air breathing fire on them. That's way better.
They're fucking, yes, I can do this!
You're not casting like 8th level spells either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we in town.
Yeah. Time would pass.
Oh.
But then you would arrive. I'm trying to find that picture of it.
I'm a humanoid with a Skinwalker and shape changer subtype.
I'm a monster.
You are a monster, Zach.
I am my own monster.
Are you just a human?
I am my own monster.
Oh my god, you are a monster, Zach. Just like Marth.
Well,
Just that fucking
at
picture.
least two of this party can be truly monstrous. One can be truly adorable. The other two are humans.
I wish I had little hands to point at myself. When it came
Oh
to-
yeah.
I saw there was a third-party feat that was literally called Too Darn Cute.
Stefanos, get
What is
unseen
this feat?
servant. Be in cat form.
Look it
Have
up.
it carry you around.
So Joe, you want to
Oh,
see?
Joe, if I become a fucking arch wizard, that is literally a permanent unseen servant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Joe, here's the feat that Nate should not give me for my fucking brawler.
Darn
Patron
cute.
deity's a god.
Nope. Nope, here it is. And the reason I don't think he should give it to me is I don't think he should give it to you. This is literally the reason.
Do it. See it.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Additional die. Yeah, I want that. Let's do it.
Yeah, I know you do, Joe. I only want it on
Where
my...
do I sign up for this feat?
I only want it on my gargoyle guy because his resistance, his spell resistance to divine spells is doubled, and he can't lower it for divine spells. So, at level 4, he has a fucking spell resistance against divine spells of 18 that cannot be lowered. So, I plan on doing Godless Healing with this.
Is Godless Healing letting it heal you?
Oh yeah, that Godless Healing would work with this. Godless Healing is a supernatural ability. It's not clerical or divine, it's supernatural.
Yep,
And
and if you do not have a caster level, you round down to determine healing. Oh, you not possess use half your character level, so this would only be half effective on you.
That's fine. I can't use... Because spell resistance also applies to potions. So, you drink a potion that was made by a cleric, it's like, well, that was wasted.
Yeah, honestly I wouldn't use this, Chris.
No?
Yeah, your caster level right now, Joey, is
Oh,
1.
that's right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
get a
even
1d4
so...
extra dice.
Even so, as a feat, it's like Greater Lay on Hands, but it scales.
Yeah.
And also, this would work with both your classes.
Actually, yeah, your caster level's 2, I think.
When
'Cause,
using
Oracle.
like, yeah, well, that makes sense. It's just weird because normally you don't add caster level.
But, yeah, the downside... Mhm.
Well, actually, my caster level's 4 because my Oracle is considered caster level 3 for spells and shit.
But the
But
downside
not,
with the...
but this isn't for spells, it's just for straight up caster level.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah,
Man.
the downside with this and Godless Healing is I can only use Godless Healing if I'm less than half of my health. So
Yeah.
really
I
doesn't
suppose
seem like it's
I would use it just because how many lay on hands I'd have.
Mm-hmm. You would be
It's-
netting
an
enough to
extra-
make up for the feat.
Yeah.
so Chris, what were you making? An awakened gargoyle?
Awakened Gargoyle Brawler.
Is he like 8,000 years old? And
No.
has
Not do
You
that.
can
much
you can
intelligence?
only technically have a max race by the dice. All right. Technically, he can only be as old as 94. Either way, I'm going to roll it.
Oh my god, that means 6 more years.
Yeah, technically. Yep,
My
technically.
character, he started his life 6 years, this many years ago, but it's still 6 years before the campaign.
Oh my God, shut
Yeah,
the
me,
fuck up.
me and Joe were talking about what to do. It's like, start the game. I'm a gargoyle wizard.
I
I
actually
dig a hole. I sit in there for 200 years. Let me re-roll. I'll get back to his character some other time.
I honestly wish that I could just make him like 200 years old and just get rid of that shit. I don't want it. I just want to be old.
His
And I-
stats are kind of crazy.
Well,
+2 to each physical stat.
-4 to intelligence, -2 to charisma and wisdom. I had
Yeah.
to spend a lot of points just so I'm not getting minus skill fucking ranks. The most skill ranks you can get is 1 by default. Like, you always get 1 skill rank. So that means that you can effectively get reduced skill points. And
well, you could take that, and you could be at your 1 because it's the minimum you could have. You could do the favored bonus, skill thing, and then you could take the trait finding your friend. Then you get a hit point and a skill point, so you at least get 3 skill points a level
Yeah.
on top of a hit point.
Yeah.
That's also a campaign trait, so that's questionable if it's allowed.
Chris had I have a campaign trait.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, finding your friend.
I
Oh,
had
do you
one.
have that?
I did have one, but
Yeah,
this
you
guy
had
does not have one.
I didn't know if campaign traits were legit. Shit, I should have gotten one of those.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about it.
We talked about it for your game, not for any other ones.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
I
I
heard-
talked about it with Nate. I don't know who was all in that conversation.
Well, follow me here. You could play an Awakened Gargoyle Oracle. This is not going to happen because this is you, Chris, but you take the aged thing and you figure out whatever venerable is for an Awakened Gargoyle.
It's 90. Wait, no, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, because they don't.
They don't have a chart, so you wouldn't be able to find it.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
So, are we still doing the game?
We still are. Nate's
Yeah.
finding things.
Yep. Okay. As you, here, found it. I had to figure out where the picture went. Anyway, as you guys would be coming up on the gates, there would be various carts going through. You'd see a couple guards in. You would be stopped by the number, who would kind of.
Can I have the deed, guys?
I never took it back from anyone. I was leading the.
Things
I
Zach
I,
had
ha-
it last
I,
time.
ha- I handed it to you, Stefanos. Did you do anything with it?
Yeah, didn't you look at it after that, Zach?
No, he did it after me. Then he gave it to Chris.
Yeah.
I got the deed.
Can I have it, Stefanos?
You're just gonna be like, eh?
Oh, I'm going to present that shit.
Oh, you like asking me for it, like,
Oh no, I'm asking if you would have given it back. Back then.
I would have kept it if you didn't ask, I guess.
Okay, while we're
Yeah.
approaching the town, I'd say, hey, can I see that? Can I see that deed?
No, you can have it.
Yeah, I'm not looking to do anything sneaky. I just want to be the guy.
Yeah,
He's
no,
gonna be like, hey, ladies, look at this. I got a castle.
no, I want to see it.
Oh man, that just fell out of my pocket. Whoa, what's this? Oh man, the deed to a small. Whoa,
I'm
look at that.
bored? Oh, oh,
And then we get there and it's a shithole. It's like,
fuck.
Hey, that's more than what you own.
but yep, we're getting stopped before we enter the whole place.
Yep. As
I
you guys
would've-
are come, because you guys are essentially mounted armed men approaching the gates. So.
Yeah.
I would have been leading the percussion, then I would have moved off to the side and motioned for the Lord's son to come forward.
I'll ride up next to him. I'm associated with him.
Yep. You would do so, and guard would look to your company, and he would ask your business in Camelot as he very, very blatantly eyes up your weapons.
Whoa, you eyeing up my dagger?
I think more so the fucking giant hammer I have.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's also your body, Joe.
Yeah, he
My
does.
body.
Well, I'd look to Anthony to nod to him to go first.
Yep. He would ride. He would kind of kick his horse forward another trot or two, and he would say, "I'm here on behalf of Lord Guilford, and this is my company. I believe they also have business with the court."
Don't gotta announce me, you fucking punk. Announce my own goddamn self.
Guard would kind of look to the kid, and you'd see him kind of go, give a, very, as he kind of looks at the kid with very blatant, fucking brat, go back to your mom's tits. Look.
I look rather young too, but I'm about 22, so. Oh man, I'm playing a guy who's younger than me. Feels bad,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Feels
Grow
bad,
up.
man.
I'm 60 years old, so I mean, I'm playing something way older than me.
I'm 36.
Ooh, wait, Zach, did you take the minuses to your physical stats?
Oh, fuck. No, I didn't.
Oh Jesus,
Oh,
Zach, do
I'm
it next.
34 now.
Do it next session. Do it next session.
Maybe I'll just be 34.
Oh my God, Zach.
You see
Nate, I would
about that.
trot a little bit forward. Was there a name that this deed was given to us by it was so and so who officiated this?
Um,
I
It's-
hope so.
the closest thing you got to a name was the seal of Pendragon on the deed.
Is that a family?
That's the seal of the Arthur.
So his family or the knights? Like who uses it now?
The knights have not used the seal of Pendragon since Arthur's.
Oh damn!
Oh,
plot
fuck.
thickens.
Oh,
the plot
fuck.
thickens.
Oh fuck. Well, I don't know shit about this.
I mean, you can if you want. It's what, a DC 10?
I'd
Shut
look.
up.
I would look at it. I would say, I would pull it out. I'd say, well, on behalf of somebody pretty important, I guess. Pretty important, I imagine. We've been gifted a bit of land, and I'd hand the deed to him. I'd say, you know who we should go to or where to go to about that?
He'd,
Why the fuck would I have diplomacy? I don't have diplomacy.
He'd look at the he'd kind of take the deed as he'd go to look at it,
You're the diplomacy guy, Joe. Suck my dick.
and as he'd look at it for about a moment,
I'll bluff
And it-
diplomacy.
and then he looks back up at you,
Yep.
looks back at the paper, proceeds to motion one of his compatriots over to look at it. Very, very clearly points at the bottom of the page.
I would go on and say, it arrived in the place that we were just in.
Mhm.
Enter date here. So it must have left here. Enter date here. I don't know these numbers. We've traveled for 2 days. I can't. Nope.
It's already gone.
It's gone.
3 days ago, Chris.
No, it arrived 4 days ago.
Yeah, but
So
it must
sent-
have left.
It must have left
I see.
5 days ago. I got the numbers.
Okay, you're right. Six or five.
Yeah.
Five. Because he was the day out when we got back, so he must have gotten there the day before, which means he was left 3 days earlier, and it's been 2 days, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, the man would nod and he would say, he would kind of look to his compatriot. He looks back up at you guys, very, somewhat suspiciously, but would then kind of,
I ask if there's a problem, Sir Guard.
I'd say, is it not a nice neighborhood?
he'd just kind of scratch at his stubble, and he would say, he says, not sure if it's a problem. He says, it's beyond my ken at the least. He says, I've no reason to stop you. As he'd say, for the appropriation of land, you would want to go to the. He says you would want to go to the castle proper, see to Lord Gaharet or Sir Gaharis. And he would motion you guys in.
Motioned in.
I'm a nod and ride in.
Mm.
Well, I looked at, old son. I'd say we'll see you to your destination, then head to ours.
I'd hold up the deed. I'd say, well, we're going to see a sir, and he's going to see the knights. Aren't we going to the same place?
The young man would actually nod as Anthony says,
There we go.
I do believe we are actually headed to the same venue.
There we go. I don't know.
Nailed it.
I figured the sir that was, doing the bitch work with bureaucracy was somewhere else.
Yes, if he was tax master, whatever Nate said. But he's sir.
We're going.
Yep. Sir Johann is what I want his name to be.
I don't
Anyway.
castle. I just
Malkovich.
smite for Jesus. Damn it! I need that bumper sticker now. Smite for Jesus.
Sir
There we
Johann von Lieber. Fuck, it's
Oh.
good.
Anyway, as you guys would make your way through the
Johann Lieber. That's it.
through the streets of Camelot, you'd see plenty of people going about their business, people calling for fresh bread, other people calling for, their various wares. You see people coming to and fro. Fairly lively air. It does not appear to be does not have the air of a city that had almost entirely been destroyed almost 15 years before.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Man, when I was just 7. A boy of 7 murdering my first man or something like that.
I was 45. Oh, those are the years. My
That's
midlife
the-
What
crisis.
do you mean midlife crisis? You're in your midlife crisis right now.
Oh, this is the end life crisis for me.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Anyway, as you guys would make it in,
God damn it. First night in the castle, Nate, you're dead. You're dead.
well, by the lowest roll he can possibly roll for dying of old age is 2 years from now.
Oh shit.
Ooh. So you've got like a campaign, and you've got several campaigns ahead.
Yeah.
Unless there's a lot of downtime, in which case.
Unless there's a time skip, in which case.
Nate's like
reroll.
4 years later. Joe, you died.
Let me roll up my son for you.
God damn it.
Anyway,
Let me use a hero point to extend my years lived. Better keep fucking leveling up and keep getting hero points to do that.
anyway, as you guys would make it through the streets, how much longer do I got you guys for?
30 minutes, roughly, Joe? Or
Me about an hour, 50 minutes.
that's Joe. I don't work till midnight.
Okay.
Because I'm already dressed and ready for work, and all I gotta do is get on my bike and.
Those are your scrubs?
Yeah,
So you said
Yeah.
an hour 50 or an hour 15?
about 50 minutes.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna
50
say.
minutes to an hour.
Okay. Your call, Nate.
Okay.
I think we can get through one important conversation or two.
Yeah. Well, as you guys would make your way, would not take long before you would see the castle overlooming the city. In a very splendorous castle, kind of placed at the absolute epicenter, sort of overhanging the whole. And
Someone grabbed that is 500 silver.
as you make your way through the proper and reach the, you would reach a cordon of barracks, and you would be stopped yet again by a grouping of I'd say soldiers, but they look more to be knights, or at least squires with experience,
Okay.
as they are actually in plated mail and wearing tabards of their own, rather than just in like gambeson and whatnot. And as these men would stop you, and they'd say, they'd say, hail, hail friends. He says, "You're about to enter the, the district of the castle round. Have you business with the knights?"
Give a nod.
Yep, sorry. Let's put the sock on.
I'd pat my leg. I'd say, he said, hail friends. We're already making friends.
I'd say we have some land to claim.
Sir... I'd mispronounce his name, Nate. It's a bluff. I know his name. I'm not an asshole.
Antoine.
No, not him. No. The guy who we're going to see about land.
Okay. The man appears to be taken back for a moment. He'd say, "Sir Gaharis,"
I'd point at him.
would need motion. He'd say, or he'd actually motion for you to hand him the documents that you were to be.
I'd present it like it was found on my bedroom pillow. Here you go. Give me that.
Like a nice chocolate left at the end of a
Tell me
hotel
something
visit.
about that small castle we got, baby. I'm gonna sense his motive when he looks at it. Oh yeah, and Anthony's here for whatever fucking reason.
Yep, he appears to be kind of letting you take care of your thing.
Yep.
Well, the man would kind of... He'd look at it. His eyes would go... His both eyebrows would raise as he sees the sigil. As he looks at you guys for a moment, he seems to be trying to figure out... you can tell he's trying to sense your motive, trying to see if you're... if this is legit, or if you're trying to con.
As far as I'm concerned, it's legit.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
we're both.
As far as we're concerned, so he won't sense any dishonesty. He might just get that vibe from me in general. So
Like, that guy is
my bad, guys.
dick.
Well, you got me standing there, and I'm all like,
Yeah.
Paladin, presence.
He hasn't cleaved my horse's head off. That means I must be good. Also, you do not look like a paladin, Joe. You're dressed like a paladin.
That's right. All you have to do is dress like it.
With a Leviathan's nibble in your eye.
They feel more courageous next to me, Chris. How about that? I approached and suddenly they're like, ooh, ooh.
Anyway,
He gives me the jiggles.
How do they know that wasn't me or Anthony?
Because I approached first.
How do they know it wasn't me or Anthony with a bigger aura?
There you go.
anyway, as the man would nod, he'd hand it back to you, and he'd point to the castle spire off to the left, nearest you, and he would say, Sir Harris's chambers are, he says, are over yonder. You can see to the appropriation of your land there.
I'd nod. Joe, you starting?
I'd give a nod and I'd look to Anthony and I'd say,
I'm starting.
Yep, I'd just look to him, nod to him, and depart.
Okay, you're
First.
starting.
Yeah.
I thought you had
I
words.
didn't have words. I was just like, okay, yep.
Yes.
Anyway, as well, as you'd go in, Anthony would kind of nod. He would nod to you guys, and he would bid you luck, and he would depart from you to be about his own business.
Good stuff.
Well, so you'd make your way in. You would reach a large courtyard. You'd see several. You'd hear the pounding of metals and bustling as you see several armor smiths and weaponsmiths tending to the armor and armor and swords of various knights, squires, and soldiers. Large bustle of activity, the clopping of horseshoes. As you'd come upon the castle itself, you would see a group of 3 young stable hands come rushing over and offer to stable your horses.
I
think
will
the
get off
important-
and allow this.
I think the important question is, how young are these stable hands?
Oh jeez.
They
Oh
look to be about-
jeez.
They look to be about 12, 13.
Oh
bet.
jeez.
They're obviously apprentices.
Jesus Christ, Zach, you sound worse than me.
They might obviously be apprentices, but they're obviously of age. I'll allow the
Oh,
stabling.
gee, Rick.
Nate, they can take my big black horse and wash it all they want.
Yep.
Oh, gee, Rick.
White stallion.
Yeah, Morty, you gotta let him take your horse, Morty.
Oh, Morty, you gotta let out your snake. All right, you gotta let the young man wash it. All right, Morty,
Anyway,
you gotta wet your whistle every now and then.
your horses would be taken to be stabled, and you would be left to go about your business.
Let's find him.
And moving on up.
Let's go meet Mr. Taxman.
That's what I thought we were. I thought we were gonna be sent to a guy named Taxmaster or something. So I was like, oh boy. But nope.
Taxius Maximus.
Yes.
I was gonna say Taxmaster Reagan, but
Oh. Well, Nate, we're on our way inside to find. Who knows?
Yep.
We'll find the nearest person once we're inside and ask. Why is there a black bar across this picture?
it's probably just the background. Oh, I don't know.
That's actually dividing the king, this from the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, okay. No, I know what that is. I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Back flop.
That's the background picture. Okay.
It's just a border from
Hmm.
wherever I pulled it from.
Yep. It just looked like the other picture was a part of this one, so.
The ravens have doubled.
But I hadn't noticed that the house cuts off. So
Oh my god, you're right. Aha.
And so,
he doubled his raven
Oh.
for 0 cost.
yeah, now it died.
0 money back.
Well, Stefanos, you lose all your spells and your
Nope,
character
not a
dies.
wizard. Fuck you. This is an extra feature. I don't lose shit.
Anyways, going in, finding the nearest person to direct me to man.
Is there any signs that say where the man is?
Important
Just right to the
yeah,
Taxmaster.
plot device over here, guys.
You would see various
All
signs
PCs.
and the like. Her You would see, like, you know, a sign over the smithy and things like that, but in the castle itself, you don't readily see any signs.
That's why we're asking people.
Yep. As soon as you'd ask the first person you'd ask would be able to direct you, and they would give you spot-on directions to his offices.
There we
Go.
go.
Those offices, we're going.
As you would make your way there, you would hear lots. You would be making your way up the hallway and across, or down a corridor. As you'd be coming close, you would begin perceptions, actually.
Okay.
That's not diplomacy. Can I use diplomacy on my eyes to inspire them to be better?
Give yourself a little pep talk beforehand.
Perception. Oh, there it is. Keep forgetting this. Oh, you rolled your Raven verse this time, that's why.
I don't know. I just hit both buttons.
Stefanos, your Raven, and Chris.
Oh.
You would be able to make out the faint sounds, or you'd be able to make out the sounds of two people shouting in the corridor ahead.
What are they
You know
shouting
what I'm
about?
saying?
Stefanos, you and the Raven would be able to hear one man indignantly declaring that the other one is full of shit, and that his land clearly ends before the stream.
Mm-hmm. It probably does.
And the other one is shouting back that he is a honorless bilge snipe, and that his grandfather had clearly sold the land on the other side of the stream to his grandfather.
Okay, so neither of these guys are who we're dealing with. That's
Yep.
good.
You didn't draw your line in the sand hard enough.
And as the shouting becomes more audible as you guys approach, and you would see two armored men standing outside a doorway. As just very stoically standing, and then you hear a third voice boom. As you hear
There's our man.
Fuck you, assholes. I will decide how this goes.
as you hear a enough. If you are to bring, sorry. Here he says, enough, before I have you both thrown from the parapets. You bring this case before me and neither present any form of documentation to support your claims.
We got documentation.
Did we make it to the
What?
doorway?
Yeah, you guys are like 5 feet off from the doorway.
Oh, okay, so we can't look in. The moment I can look in, I'm knocking on the doorway.
Well, there's two guards there.
Yep, there would be two guards, and as you would approach, essentially the one would kind of hold up a hand for you guys to wait, but you would be able to kind of bend and peer in.
I would be doing all the bending and all the peering, Nate.
I just wait. I don't care what's going on in there.
Yep, you'd see two men of very, very blatant commoner's garb, along with a third.
I do appreciate commoner's garb.
Oh,
It's
Mr.
easy to
Token.
it's easy to tear off. Let's see here.
Alright.
You want to be fucking? Bam. Be a commoner. You're always ready to fuck.
Okay, I had to zoom in. I really like that art style. Makes me think of watercolors.
That is what you would, you'd see that man.
Looks pretty young too. Like maybe mid-late 30s.
Yep, man appears to be about his late 30s.
Okay. Well, I'm still doing all the peering.
Yep.
Won't say shit, but
Yep, you'd see that man very clearly, very, very clearly look to the two, and he would say, if you are to make your claims in any kingdom with laws worth a damn, you better support it. I will not grant land or boon to either one of you without the appropriate proof. Be gone from my sight, and do not let me see you before me again until such condition is met.
Dang.
Don't pass by him in the fucking bakery.
Do you have my scones or not?
Oh no!
Let's go.
No, I imagine him meeting because he just says in his sight, not his office. His sight.
Oh, God.
So if he sees them in the bakery, he's like,
Do
"Oh,
you have documentation?
you don't have it."
You guys would see, or hear, Chris would see because he's peering in. You would see one man raise a hand as if to argue or interject, and you'd hear a "buh," and then you see this man very abruptly draw his sword and bellow, "Be gone!" As both commoners damn near fall over themselves, hauling ass out of the room.
I like him.
Looks like I found somebody who can't be greased. This sucks.
Hey, if you grease the wheel with enough
They-
grease, you
yep,
got a greasy
they're-
wheel.
They're not even out the door yet. They're as soon as their backs are turned, he sheathes and just kind of turns around and walks over to his desk.
Well, I'm gonna look to the two guards.
They
So
would
we do have business.
they would nod as they look. They kind of watch the two peasants scrambling down the hall. You'd see the one shoulders shake ever so slightly as he appears to be chuckling.
I'm gonna say to 6, you still got it, right?
I would say absolute. Wait. Let me roll that bluff for you. I'd be holding up a finger. Wait. Yeah.
Shit,
I'd say
bluff.
yeah. It's somewhere.
Shit.
You still
Damn
didn't
it.
sense it.
Anyway,
I would move in.
I'm gonna stay behind.
I'm gonna hop
behind
in.
them.
I'm gonna be in the front with Joe. Fuck it.
the
Burly.
one of the guards kind of gives you a sidelong look as you'd enter Chris, just kind of like just rolling his eyes.
I'm hopping 1 foot, so hop up.
Yep. Joe, one of the guards would very clearly look at you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Then his gaze actually falls to your tabard,
Hmm.
and then you'd see them both stand a little straighter.
What symbol's on the tabard again?
It's a Dargan. Wait, can't you roll a knowledge on that, Joe?
I didn't. I could have.
Yeah, I want to roll knowledge on that. What symbol's
Roll
on it?
knowledge, Dargan.
What do you want, Nate?
Probably know. I probably know.
Well, do you have that knowledge, Joe?
No, that's my brain. That's my
Oh,
brain.
okay.
That's my nobility brain.
Never mind.
I only have
Is
points
it-
in religion. I don't have a lot of points to use.
Nate, is it nobility?
It is nobility.
Nope. Fuck. Okay.
Well, for the symbols of lords and the like, is a DC 10, I think, if I remember correctly. So
EC 10s you can do on trains, so Joe's good.
Yeah.
well, being that by the rules you can't do
Yeah.
knowledge untrained, I effectively double the DC if you're just doing
I don't know.
brain.
There was something about it. Hold on.
If you can source
Okay.
it, man.
How about
If you
this?
can source it, but until then,
Let's carry on for now.
Yep. It's probably
it
the
would look
Pendragon.
it would look very familiar to you, Joe. You feel like you've seen it somewhere. Stefanos, that is the symbol of Uther Pendragon, King Arthur's father.
Here's the source. Under modifiers, you cannot make an untrained knowledge check with a DC higher than 10.
There you go.
So taking the reverse, you can make a knowledge check with a DC 10 or lower.
So
I don't see any that are lower than 10, but anyway.
Well, they're
with
up
the
to
DC
you.
higher than 10, so 10 or lower.
Yeah. Anything that's higher is up to you. So, is this the same symbol that's on our fucking deed?
The one that's on the deed has some slight alterations, as it is the sigil of the sun.
Ah, different Pendargon.
But yeah, Joe is wearing the. Joe is actually wearing the sigil of the man who united Albion and formed the Kingdom of Camelot.
Adventurer style.
Adventurer style, yes.
Yep. He wasn't endowed with this tabard. He found that shit.
I found that shit, but I talked to the statue, and it was okay with me taking it.
No, it was just a statue.
Shut up.
Anyways, we're in. But Stefanos is outside?
No, he said he was hanging out in the back, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, he just said he was hanging out behind.
Gotcha.
You still there, Stefanos? I think you're muted.
Yep.
All right, mic was up. I'm here.
Okay.
Well, moving in. They looked at me, they're like, and they're like, tabard, oh! We weren't sizing you up or anything.
Ball.
So you guys would gain entry. The man would turn around, kind of looking over your number. He would kind of look down at you, Stefanos, and just a single eyebrow would raise, and he would just let out a
I would raise both my eyebrows back at him. Thank you.
I would also go, looking between everybody.
He'd say, "Good day to you. What business have you to bring?" He says, What business do you have to the Office of Appropriations?"
I'm saying to you, we were gifted some land. A friend here.
I'd say we're hoping to make this good day a great day. And I'd pull the deed out. I'd look at you, Stefanos. I'd say I told you it was somewhere.
I have this look, Nate, like...
Nate, I'm just gonna say Chris is full of shit every time he says anything. I'm just not gonna believe it. I don't care if it's true.
Yeah, I just have that look like, let me let him hold on to it.
The face of palms.
This is why I wanted it.
Anyway,
And I am entertained by this greatly.
I'm not
I
will offer it to him unopened. So you know,
he would take a moment, kind of looking back over the group before his gaze finally lands on you, Chris.
Oh, okay.
And quite literally, you were the last one his eyes fall upon. And then as he turns to look, kind of look so as to see the whole of the group, he just kind of reaches out and takes it.
Yeah.
As he opens it up and looks down, he pauses.
Well, time to sense the hard man.
I should resense, yes.
Goddamn.
Let me sense.
This guy will sense.
5, 2, 2.
Sense the hardness of his dick.
I want to sense everything. Everything being his dick.
Okay. Let's see. 12, 7, 21, 18, 13.
Yes. Where'd
well,
the 12 come from?
to
Oh, you have a 10 and sense motive?
No, his sense is the 5, so it's 7. I don't know what Nate did the 12 for. Unless his bird is sensing.
I didn't roll it, so no, I guess not.
Well, it's under your
okay.
portrait, so
yeah. Okay. Wait. So
it should be 7, 21, 18, 13.
okay. Oh, the 12 was the knowledge and ability. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, the man appears as a wall, though Joe,
Yes, look.
you are able to tell that as he was looking it over, he seemed to be kind of like, all right, seems about far. He seems very suspicious now.
I'd say, is there a problem?
I would say,
No, you shouldn't.
Joe, do you want me to say, or do you want to hear what he has to say?
I'd like to hear what he has
All
to
right,
say.
I'll let this one go. I was just gonna tell him who we got it from, so
He would say,
because that's probably what he's gonna ask.
he says, he says its form is unorthodox. From where did you acquire this deed?
I got this. I was gonna say it anyways. I'd say from place. It arrived in place. You know the town. 5 days ago, and
Glastonbury, and it was at the Guilford Manor.
It didn't arrive 5 days ago. It arrived
yeah, it
2
did.
days ago. 3 days ago. No, he left 5 days ago.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. It arrived in Glastonbury about 3 days ago, so it would have come from here 5 days ago, about. Unless it was somewhere else, I'd say. But yep, and I'd say it was delivered to us on behalf of Guilford. Yeah, right,
Yep, Lord Guilford.
Lord Guilford.
He would nod for a moment, very slowly. And he would very abruptly turn, and he would say, "Follow."
Following.
Follow.
Sense and motive.
I'm not sensitive this time.
I'm here. Just, is this like a... I just want to know, like, what, follow and what, like, what's he mean? Like, just follow me, we're going to discuss further, or follow me, there's some shit going down that you're now a part of.
Is it follow me? I'm going to kill you, Chris. Jones Fonz will probably actually get it, so.
Let's- sorry, where's Joe's? The
23.
Joe's 23, I'm 22, and 11 and 7 for those two.
I had to refresh my page. 23, 22.
Let's watch only Joe get it.
Well, Zach and Chris, you are both able to catch a hardness to his voice, as the man definitely has a serious demeanor, but it became more serious.
Cool.
Joe and, Stefanos and Joe. There we go. You guys are able to pick up that is very much, it's very much like a follow me. This needs sorted.
Ah.
And it is like whatever else he had planned for the day. It is now backseating to this.
We're important, guys, because we're keys.
Something compliance.
So, should we stop there?
How much longer we got, Joe?
About half hour.
Keep going.
Okay.
I'd say we have until.
Yep. Keep going.
I'd say about 10 minutes for myself.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's new.
Why is that, Zach, huh? Yeah.
I actually have to get up early tomorrow. So, I have to
So you can't
early.
spare 20 minutes?
I have to
Yeah,
get up
Zach.
and be at work at 7 a.m.
So you can't spare 20 minutes?
Yeah, Zach.
I'm trying to get a sleep schedule at this point.
20 minutes is not
Okay,
going to fuck
so
you in
Zach,
the ass.
You're calling it?
I
So,
will go for
break
20 minutes.
Alright. Zach's giving it half an hour. We might be done before that. No. It's half an hour.
Okay.
We'll just call into work. I'll call in tonight, and you call in tomorrow, Zach. We'll be good. I
Okay.
cannot.
Well, as
You can't.
as he would begin moving through the castle, as you guys would be following suit, it's very much at he sets a brisk pace. And as he does so, wait a second, let me see if this is the right, and it doesn't matter, that one is gone. Okay. Why are all of my fucking, half my songs on this fucking jukebox are gone now?
That's probably because you used a bunch from that one weird website.
No, these are all SoundCloud stuff.
It's probably because everybody's putting them on that weird website.
All right. That song is dead. Dead to me. All right.
And Nathan.
Yep. You drop?
Yep. Just coming. Oh, there we go. So what's with the balloons, Joe?
We had a surprise party when Shannon proposed to me.
Oh, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, that happened. So now I'm just keeping them here because they're cool.
I mean, I guess.
Well, I want to just pop them and throw them out.
I don't really like balloons.
Well, we bought these balloons. I'm gonna get some fucking use out of them.
Balloons are made for popping, Joe.
One day.
No, that's
I'll-
bubble wrap.
Well, balloons are just big bubble wrap, Stefanos.
Okay, so they're made for popping. Your words.
Anyways, yeah, Nate, we got nothing from you.
Is he back?
He's back, but I don't hear him, so.
Yeah.
He probably went to go check on the internet. So yeah, Joe, as a fucking awakened gargoyle, if somebody coup de grace me with a, I don't know, let's say an earthbreaker, while I'm in my stony slumber, they could probably fucking kill me in one hit.
Probably.
It's crazy.
Cannot be resurrected. Okay.
Yeah.
Cargo Stony Skin makes him vulnerable to bludgeoning attacks.
And then extra vulnerable in stony slumber. They can't be resurrected, but they can fall below 0.
Okay. I got disconnected, so decided to do this quick. Okay. Anyway.
No, they're not extra vulnerable in Stony Slumber, are they?
Yep.
I don't
Am I
see
back?
that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, as he leads you through the halls and corridors, you start heading kind of. You head down a flight of stairs, and appear to be, at least by your guess, heading toward what appears to be the center of the castle.
Never mind, Chris, I got it. I see it.
Oh man, I bet it's this castle. This is our castle now.
And the 10 acres around it, so we own most of Camelot.
Yeah!
As you head deeper in, he would make his way up to a large set of doors, to which the two guards, there's two guards in front of a large set of double doors, and two guards standing across from them against the wall. In fact, this particular hallway has guards every 10 feet
Damn.
on either side of the hallway.
We're going to a tomb?
Something.
He
We're going
walks.
to Arthur.
He walks straight past them. Arthur has been absent for 15 years after the Battle of...
Yeah, he's been hiding here. He's
Yeah.
sick.
Anyway, as he would walk right up, he just simply motions to the men in front of the door, and they would... and the two men would nod and begin to open the door. As he would do so, you would see... Yep, he would open, the door would open, you would see Anthony kneeling before a large circular table. Most of the chairs are empty, with only these three present.
Ah.
Joe, I think you're gonna get this guy as your friend.
Well, probably because Jesus jingle jangle.
I want this guy as a friend. Also, yeah,
Nah,
he
he's
looked.
my
He,
friend.
he
Actually,
looks.
I want this guy.
He looks straight up like Jesus.
He doesn't look a thing like
He looks a
Jesus.
lot like Jesus.
Buddy.
Liking the totally not Sir Barristan down there though.
Bro, I love him already.
Wait, which one?
Totally not Sir Barristan.
The dead look in his eyes.
Oh. Anyway,
Oh, you're talking about this guy, Joe.
Yep, that guy.
Why the fuck were you pointing over here?
I wasn't pointing.
I
Oh,
was
that
pointing
was-
over here.
Oh, that's Zach.
I'm-
Yeah, that is Sir Barristan the Bold. Straight
I'm
up.
yellow because Jesus.
anyway, as he would stride forward, young Anthony would kind of look over his shoulder for but a moment, raising his head.
We'll give him a nod as I come in.
Wave.
Yep.
Nod.
Yep. This man would actually be standing in front of him. His kind of
Yeah.
essentially his sword is out, but he's in the process of sheathing it.
He just anointed him. Or something.
Though, and he would look up, kind of looking over, and he'd say, he would say,
That's gonna be Chris's pickup line now. Hey, I'm a knight.
he would narrow his eyes at Sir Gaheris, and he would say, I'm going to assume this is important. Yeah, assume this is important. As you guys barge in, looks very surprised, as he's just like, oh.
People.
His face barely changes, save for a slight upturn of the corner of his mouth. Sorry.
Do it, Joe.
One thing you would know upon walking through the doors, you would all instantly be aware that you are now in a zone of truth.
Yes. Damn it, Chris can't lie. Oh, wait, no, you
That's
can
a
say-
will save. Will
Yeah.
save.
We'll save the lie.
Damn it.
Chris.
Okay, I gotta tell the truth.
Oh wait, you can will save against the zone?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's not actually that foolproof.
But you guys are aware you are in a zone of truth,
Mm-hmm.
and he would. As you said, detect evil, Joe.
No, he was joking.
No, that was
Oh.
joke. Just that look like, oh, upturn of my lips.
As the
Thanks, Joe. I'm watching.
Gaheris would nod, as he would say, I would not interrupt you otherwise, Lord Gawain. And he would hand him the deed.
Don't worry,
When-
everyone has to tell the truth except Joe, who...
Paladin the shit out of
Anyway.
it.
I'm gonna look at him, Nate. If he looks back at me, I'm gonna smile. And then I'm gonna look at him. If he looks at me, I'm gonna
He
smile.
would likewise smile at you, Chris.
Yeah.
As he would, there'd be a moment where he'd just kind of look at you, and then there would just be this faint smile just rest on his face.
All right. Let me
Come
send.
to my-
Sense in that motive.
Yeah, I'd like to, but we got little time.
Okay, sense and motive on that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he smiled at me.
Everyone point at him.
He seems, Chris, gather that he seems intrigued by you.
Right.
Stefanos, you definitely see that he is entertained by this interruption. It seems he was very bored until a moment ago.
Good. I like his style.
And yep, Gawain would read over the deed, though his eyes would rest at the bottom of the page.
Everyone's does. The rest of
And-
the words matter too, assholes.
Yep. I mean, reading down through it. And then
I
he
know.
rests at the bottom of the page. And he simply just lets out a light sigh, and he kind of lowers the page.
I would ask. I would say. So, have we been given land by a dead man?
Are you lying about me? No, you're not lying.
He would, he would say a dead man or a trickster. And he would say, you've been given land in the name of Arthur Pendragon. Though this page was clearly written not even a week ago. Or he says this page was clearly written not even 7 days ago.
How long ago was it that we rescued Chris?
4 days ago?
I'd say no. Kate rescued me out of the fucking thing. That'd be like 7 days ago, or no, that'd be like 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 days back from to Glastonbury, and then you guys left immediately, and then 2 days to Camelot. So
Yeah.
No, probably less than 4, but okay.
yeah, about 5, because then you were chasing after the Doulahan for a day.
Well, I'd say. Well, it describes me, and I've been locked up. I was locked up in a cell, and I'd give the actual time, Nate. I'd say for about. What was it like? I think it was actually a month.
Yeah, what Joe's doing.
So,
Was it, Nate?
What, telling the truth? Just
I
like,
forget.
my
No,
God.
Nate. I forget what it was.
I think it was
A week.
you were in there for.
2 weeks.
I
Depends
think it
on
was.
how-
I think it actually was 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. I'd say I was in there for about 2 weeks.
He would nod as he would look back to the other 2 men at the table and would say, "These men have been appropriated land in the name of Arthur Pendragon. And you came by this deed how?
Tell them
Give
how we
about-
can buy this deed.
I would say. I would.
No, you said enough.
No, Chris can't lie.
Well, Joe says he's gonna tell them. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
what are you gonna tell them?
Just the facts, ma'am.
So we got it from Guilford for killing Doulahans, or
No, we got it from him
because
on behalf of someone else. He was the messenger.
right.
Okay.
So
You
they
get
didn't
the-
give it. So the people. So the guy who gave this to us didn't give us to us because of the Doulahans, just because
No,
because we showed up.
We got 500 silver.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
horses
no,
for
I
the
know
Doulahan.
that. But
Okay.
they just gave this to us because we showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There
Okay.
you go.
He would nod, taking in your words, and he would set the deed down on the edge of the round table. Yeah, there you go. There's an oxymoron for you.
There you go.
On the table itself,
Mhm.
and he would turn back to you, and he would say, he says you did not. He says the deed was given to you by way of Lord Guilford, and you did not see. Did Lord Guilford describe the man, or the
Don't
person who
believe
gave
it.
to him this deal?
I'm
And
gonna
he did.
shake my head no. Everyone needs a chance.
He would sigh, and he would say, "This is a dilemma." And this man over here would ask you, "Did you perform some deed, some feat worthy of the deed, or?"
I'd give a shrug, and I'd.
We slew 4 Doulahan.
I'd say probably.
If you consider
Yeah,
that a feat
and
worthy
once-
enough.
And once Joe says for Doulahan, I'm gonna explain who the Doulahan were, the servants of the Black Knight or whatever the fuck.
Well, all 4 were.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
these Doulahans were that.
Gotcha. His kind of jaw would drop for a moment, and he'd kind of look at you like, "Whoa."
Wowie zowie.
as he kind of get up, walk over to look at the deed, and he'd say, "Ah, is that where?" He says, "That's an." He says, "That an impressive feat to be sure. Might be worth a castle."
All we got was 500 fucking silver.
I'd say I think so.
I'd say if the Lord would deem it as such.
A Christian.
Yep. I just nod like, yep.
Lord Galahad would be so pleased. He says, "Bless your Lord that he's not here."
Where's Lord Galahad? Is he in the backstory, or is he just not here right now?
By the words, he is not here right now. He was one of the surviving knights.
He found the
Okay.
Holy Grail. Good.
Yeah, he was one of the 3 that found the Holy Grail. Him, Percival, and I forget who else. I think it was Bors the Younger. But anyway, he'd say that, and Gawain he'd look to the 2, and he'd say, or he'd look to the 3, as Gaheris has actually taken a seat at the table, and he'd look to them and he'd say, "It is not," he says, "it is no small thing to be afforded land outside Camelot, or within the very lands of Camelot. What say you, men? Shall we honor the deed, despite its mysterious circumstances?" There would be a pause, and this man would say, "Well, he says, "It's clear that the only ones with the authority to sign in Pendragon's name would be ourselves, and we have not used King Arthur's sigil since his passing."
Question: is this room just 100% open, or are there like walls you can duck behind?
A big open room. It's a massive circular open room with a table like this and various chairs all around it.
Okay, you keep going then.
Perception to see if any of them have a change in expression in response to "None of us have used his sigil since X."
That's a good idea.
I just want to notice the change in expression. I'll sense it if I notice it.
Okay. The only you wouldn't notice any changes. They all simply nod in affirmative.
Okay.
Though you do see this man is very much he is getting more and more intrigued by the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Gawain would nod, and as he'd go to speak, he would actually kind of tap the table, just with a thunk, with a gauntleted hand. Gawain would turn to him and he'd say, "Sir Kay the Younger," he would speak. "Yes," he'd say, "the question is to whether or not to honor the deed, because we did not sign it, so it is, and we do not know who did. If it was someone who could vouch for the authenticity of the document in question, this would be a null issue. But seeing as this rather suspicious group comes to our doorstep with a suspicious deed, I say we honor it." This causes...
Who said that?
Mr. Long-haired guy.
Yeah.
I would chuckle, and I would say, yeah, I would say, you want to reveal who did it?
He would smile.
I would say, if it helps, we can prove the authenticity of our actions.
What?
Killing the two lions.
Well, he's not worried about that. He's just like, fuck it, they can have it.
Yeah, he wants this to go through because then he thinks whoever's doing this is going to keep doing more. Because clearly there's got to be more to this, so they've got a bigger plan. So go through with this, make it seem like they've been fooled. I'd say that. I'd say you want to make it appear as though you've gone with the plan. I'd say if there is one.
He'd smile and he says, "Wit is always welcome in the court." Or he says, "Wit and cleverness are welcome in the court." For, he'd say, or he says, "It was always welcome in the court, for it is sadly lacking." As he'd kind of just do a sidelong glance at his three peers.
I'd nudge you, Zach. He thinks I got wit.
I'd just nudge you back and just give you like a really exaggerated smile.
I just gotta grin at this guy like, ha, he thinks they're idiots.
Harris would just kind of narrow his eyes and he would say, "If there is a larger scheme at play, would it not be better to shut it down now, and not allow anyone or any such plans purchase? It would be highly irregular to gift land or to gift such premium land to 4 men of no name or rank or station."
You know,
That's true
wait,
statement.
at men of no name, I would just say, fuck, what is it? Renshaw. I'm just pointing to myself.
His statement would remain unchanged.
I'd say.
Shit, where is it?
I'd say no, I have no name. But during my time in France, I was trained to be a knight proper under Lancelot. I believe your zone would prevent me from saying a lie.
You would fucking
Well-
save against that in a second, and you know it.
Well, all 4 of them are now looking at you, Joe.
I did it.
Each of them with very different expressions on their faces.
I want to see their expressions.
You know, so we're getting pretty close. Maybe we'll just stop at the expressions, since people want to sense motive and shit.
I just want to see him.
Yeah, all I
Okay.
want to do is see him. I'm not sensing him.
Okay. Because I got time. Yes.
That is what I would say to everybody reacting to the name Lancelot.
What's something?
Okay, so are we doing sensing, or are we just
No, we're
sitting
just-
by it, or are we stopping?
I think we're stopping.
There's the expressions.
I mean, it sounds like I brought up a thing that could lead to more things and
Yeah.
more sense motives, so perhaps to fully appreciate what's going on, we'll do this when I'm in Texas.
It's a good point to fade to black.
You're absolutely fucking right, Chris.
Commercial break.
Fucking cliffhangers.
Apprenticed under Lancelot. What?
Oh man, Joe, you and your fancy ass scrubs. What is on your shirt?
Oh, hold on, I can show you.
It's
Oh,
terrifying.
it's
Oh, it's Sesame Street.
Yeah, and it's got mustache puns on it.
Yeah, because
What does that have to do with Sesame Street?
They have
Professional.
mustaches on. I am not a professional. I am a CNA. We do not need to be professional. We just need to, be there to make everyone feel better.
Yeah. Next week, Joe will be in town.
Get
So-
some pizza. I'll touch Eddie's junk or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like an appropriate thing.
It's not.
It seems like it. How long are you gonna be in Texas?
A week and a half.
Oh, jeez. Never
Week and
mind.
some change. Yeah. The 29th is when I'll arrive, and I'll leave on the 10th.
Yep. So he'll be here for 2 Tuesdays and a Sunday
2
game.
Tuesdays and a Sunday, and possibly a Fuck, we could do Tuesday, Wednesday, both.
Oh
days.
yeah, we could.
Fuck, we could move it to be a Monday game even.
Monday would work for me. It's up to everybody.
Yeah,
Not
like
everybody
it
else.
works for me now because I don't work. So.
All days of the week are equal in my eyes.
There you go, Nate. Thank you. That's much appreciated. I'm gonna go take a piss.